Tonight's game is a presentation of B92.7 FM Sports.
Breckenridge basketball is on the air. Tonight's I3G Sports Network broadcast is brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Hike Camp Construction, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, North Dakota State College of Science, Optimum Rehab, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Red River Agency, Red River Grain, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, and Twin Town Villa. Now, here's KBMW's Turner Blofis.
And welcome to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. Turner Blofis on the call for today's doubleheader. We got Breckenridge Cowgirls tipping this off against the Breckenridge Cowgirls against the Staples-Motley Cardinals, and then the Cowboys will play the nightcap of this one. And we're actually looking at an earlier. We were looking at an earlier start then. Actually, it looks like we are going to get an earlier tip-off than expected. They're going to give them another about 10 minutes, so we're looking at a 10-minute earlier start than expected potentially. Probably be closer to 5, but you better let people know if you got any loved ones that maybe we're a little behind on that. And let's dive into it with our Power Poll ranking, brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company, on for conservation. And my apologies, don't have a graphic this time around for a breakdown so you can read along with me, but I can run through the Section 6A North standings that have Hillcrest at the top with a 10-0 record. Park Christian up next at 8-2 of Section 6A North, a loaded Section 6A North that also has Underwood at 10-1 in the 3 spot, followed by Ada Borup. They're 4th in Section 6A North, 7-2 record. 8-5 New York Mills after that, or 6-5 New York Mills, 8-5 Lake Park Audubon. Rothsay up next at 4-6, 1-11 Norman County East Hewlin Hitterdal, and then Henning is 1-9, while Battle Lake is at 0-8 at the bottom of Section 6A North. And Section 6A South, Breckenridge at the top with an 8-3 mark on the year. West Central area coming up next with a 10-4 mark. Breckenridge picking up a very big win over there to vault them to the top of the section. By the way, Breckenridge is 6th in the state by QRF. Hancock up next at 8-2, 7-4 Wheaton Herman Norcross, 6-6 Parkers Prairie, and then below 500 the rest of the way with Clinton Graceville Beardsley 6th in Section 6A South with a 6-7 mark. Benson up next at 4-8. Brandon Evansville is 2-7, and then 2-9 Ashby. At the bottom of Section 6A South, we got Ortonville. That is a look once again at your Power Poll rankings, brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company, on for conservation. They were looking at originally at a 5:45 tip-off, but they're looking at the JV game was a bit lopsided, so they were looking to get a bit of an earlier start than expected. And Staples-Motley was a little caught off guard. They said actually their coach wasn't here yet, so they had to hold off a little bit on the warm-ups, but they dove into it when the coach arrived. You got to make sure to double check on the name. Accidentally, the boys roster. They got 2 separate rosters put out, which is very nice here. But head coach for this squad is Kelsey Terrell. That's what it's. Better make sure to double check that in between the break when I track down the starters. But once again, I actually have the HOL standings for your Power Poll ranking as well. So let's pop over to that really quick here, as Breckenridge in a very competitive Heart of Lake standings are currently 4th in the HOL. That's how loaded the HOL is. Breckenridge is 1st in their section, but when it comes to the HOL play, they're 4th. 10-1 at the top is Pelican Rapids. They're 6-1 in conference play. That one loss coming to Breckenridge. Barnesville is 6-1 in conference play, 7-3 overall. Dilworth Glendenfelden up next, 6-2 and in conference, and 10-2 overall. Breckenridge at 4-2 and in conference play, and 8-3 overall. 3-4 for Hawley in conference play, 6-6 on the year. Frazier's 8-6 with their 3-5 conference mark. Perms also 3-5 in conference, 4-6 overall. And then Park Rapids area and Staples-Motley, the newcomers to the HOL, including one of the teams we'll see tonight. Park Rapids 1-5 in conference, 3-8 overall. Staples-Motley 0-7 on the year in conference play, and 1-9 on the year. So looking for their first conference victory of the year. And let's run through their schedule just a little bit here. They got a 17-point loss to Hawley. Very lopsided effort against Pelican Rapids, lost to them by 42. So they've kind of taken their lumps here in the Heart of Lakes, looking for their first real. They did win their opener, which once again wasn't an HOL contest. That was a 72-35 victory over Browerville, Eagle Valley. But the exception of that one, I would say it looks like their closest game has been 17 points at this point. So the Staples-Motley in a tough stretch right now. Lost 9 straight, and now they got to run up against one of the top teams in Single A in Breckenridge here on the Cowgirls' home court. And now on to your injury report, which is brought to you by CHI St. Francis. And today for the injury report, luckily We just got, Jonica Bernardes is in the lineup, so we just have the one injury. Once again, unfortunately, we say that all year. Unfortunately, we have the injury report of Emily Gowan, who is out for the entire season. So, unfortunately, we will not be seeing her this year, but, we're at least she's got another year. I keep saying that every injury report. At least we get to get another crack at seeing her play next year. But, and then Staples-Motley didn't report any injured players, so that is a quick look at your injury report, once again brought to you by CHI St. Francis. We'll take a quick break, come back with your keys to the game, brought to you by Smith Motors, as well as your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. You're listening to the Red River Grain pregame show on B92.7 FM. We got a doubleheader with the Breckenridge Cowgirls tipping off against Staples-Motley. You are listening to Cowgirl basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wapaton. $30 in rebates on the purchase of 3 AC Delco wiper blades. $20 in rebates on the purchase and installation of select AC Delco Gold batteries. And $15 in rebates on the purchase and installation of 1 AC Delco cabin air filter and 1 engine air filter. Gear up for winter with these exclusive offers. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Online at smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
And welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. And it is time for your keys to the game, brought to you by Smith Motors in Wapaton. And for our key to the game today, my apologies for swapping it around. You can tell I got the logos put in here at the last minute. My apologies to Robert Wanig, who slaved over all of these. But for my key to the game today, it's going to be establish a presence inside, and I want to see the Cowgirls get out and run today. So if they could do everything that I want them to do today, ends at the rim. So I want to see what they can do to get some nice, easy looks at the rim. This could very well end up being a trap game, but Breckenridge is very heavily favored in this one against Program with one win coming into this one. So I always love seeing how they share the ball and get each other easy looks at the rim. So I want to see them get out in transition transition. I want to see the hustle in transition, and I want to see a really hardened effort inside, to try to get it in there as much as possible, whether it's getting some drives to the cup or if it's feeding it into the post players. I kind of want to see, the post work take a little bit of a jump today. So we'll see if that's going to come through. It says they're going to give them just a little bit longer. We'll dive. Actually, looks like they're going to take us for the national anthem. So my apologies, folks. I will return with your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. As we're getting ready for the national anthem, as well as everyone's favorite portion of the pregame routine at the sportsmanship code. I'll see if I'll come back and maybe get that on the air this time around. I'm just kidding. You guys heard me complain about that enough last time around. But you're listening to the Red River Grain pregame show on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live for the i3G Sports Network.
Earlier this year, Dad mentioned needing to downsize. Well, with Mom gone, the house is just too big. I worry about him being alone too much.
So getting the rest of the family home for the holidays this year, it was a good time to talk about some healthy alternatives.
Well, the first place that came to mind was Twin Town Villa. So we took a tour, and Dad loved it from the start.
Everything Dad needs is right there at Twin Town Villa. Meals, laundry, best of all, healthy interaction with his neighbors.
If someone you love is ready for a healthy alternative in the new year, stop in and take a tour of Twin Town Villa.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride, we inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Protect your equipment and get rewarded by purchasing premium Cenex lubricants with Cenex gift cards for gallons. You can earn a $50 Visa gift card for every 100 gallons of Cenex diesel engine oils, tractor hydraulic fluids, gear lubes, and greases purchased between now and through February 29th of 2024. Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for qualifying Cenex products and promotion details. Some exclusions apply. Don't forget to ask about the best warranty in the industry, the Cenex Total Protection Plan. Proven durability, powered locally.
And welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. And it's time for your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. And we'll start off with the Breckenridge Cowgirls. Actually, we'll go with the Staples-Motley Cardinals. They go like this. Number 3, Clara Morose. She's a freshman forward. Once again, rocking number 3. And then number 10, Ellen Lange. She's a senior guard wearing number 10. Number 14, Miranda Schatzko. She's a senior forward. And then number 22, Addison Potter, a freshman forward. And number 25, Olivia Lorber. She's a senior forward wearing number 25. And then starting lineups for the Breckenridge Cowgirls, going with the usual lineup. Now that they got Jonica Bernades back into the fold. Sydney Roberts is starting it off. She's a senior wearing number 0, listed at 5'6". And the new and improved Agent Zero, for all the Gilbert Arenas fans out there. I'm stealing the nickname, giving it to Sydney, Agent Zero. And then we have Jonica Bernades, number 2, 5'7" junior. Parker Yagi, another 5'7" junior, wearing number 3. We're starting alongside her. Both of those girls been in the lineup since they were 8th graders. Piper Janing, a 5'9" sophomore, will be starting, or freshman actually. Or no, my apologies, sophomores will be starting in this ball game. And then we have Aaron Bloffus in the middle, 5'11" senior, wearing number 24 for this Breckenridge Cowgirls squad. So the usual lineup, and expect to see a healthy dose of Mariah Coltis as well, along with Ava Janing, of course. Ava Janing, a heck of a spark plug off the bench. She'd be winning 6th man of the year for the conference if they had that award, I think. And then Anna Spear, can expect to see her bring in her stroke from outside as well. So we'll see what the Cowgirls are going to be rolling with today. My apologies for the echo, trying to work on that a little bit here, but I don't want to accidentally disconnect the entire broadcast, so we're just going to have to figure that out on the fly. Starting lineups, once again, were brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. Now you get to hear the pro do it. Art Gracco always kills it on these starting lineup announcements. I should just take off the headset and let him do it. Breckenridge Cowgirls, 8 wins on the year thus far, 8-3 so far. This opening tip will be brought to you by North Dakota State College of Science. The science of learning by doing. North Dakota State College of Science. Bloffus jumping it up for the Cowgirls against number 25 for Staples-Motley, Olivia Lorber. Bloffus. Getting set. It's up and she tips it forward to Parker Yagi. They're off and running. Yagi swings it over to Jonica Bernades, hand ready, and shot does not fall. Parker Yagi on the rebound, and her follow also doesn't fall. So they're just trying to get a couple rough shots out of the way real quick there. Cowgirls trying to apply some pressure and trying to cut it off at the right sideline, and stolen away by Jonica Bernades. Bernades getting out and running for the left-handed layup and lays it in. Cowgirls strike first. The 2 from Bernades. Breckenridge looking to press this one-win team. And it looks like a turnover for the Cardinals. Parker Yagi inbounding in front of the Staples-Motley bench. Gets it into Bernades. Bernades near the half-court circle. Dribbles over to the left side. Swings it to Sydney Roberts. Roberts back to Bernades. Over to the left wing. Roberts puts up a 3. Rattles out. Rebounded by Parker Yagi, who steps over to the right side. Looked like she was doing it almost in slow motion, that when you're trying to get the technique down. Lays it in for 2. And we got a foul up the sideline. Breckenridge just being a little too aggressive on that press. Staples-Motley head coach Kelsey Terrell hollering out some adjustments for the squad. And Staples-Motley forgot to have a point guard there for them. Tip by Piper Janing, and another steal by the Cowgirls, and a very nice pass from Parker Yagi, but Janing doesn't lay it in. So Cowgirls inbounding under the basket with Jonica Bernades, gets it into Aaron Bloffus. Swings it over to the right side for a wide open look for Piper Janning, but her shot's off the mark. Sydney Roberts tracks down the offensive rebound after her and Blofis both got a hand on it. Jonica Bernades puts up another three off the mark. Piper Janning with another offensive rebound this possession. Swings it over to Sydney Roberts. Staples-Motley sticking with their zone look. Dribble kick out to Piper Janning. Little jab step. Dribbles it to the free throw area. Sydney Roberts makes the extra pass over to Parker Yagi. And Aaron Blofis trying to get the give and go dime to Yagi, but her layup misses. Jonica Bernades with the rebound and the floater for two. Jonica Bernades' second bucket of the game already. 16:23 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And it's stolen away by Roberts. She feeds it up to Parker Yagi. Yagi with the right-handed layup for two. Parker Yagi, their second bucket. We got a timeout taken by Staples-Motley. We'll take a quick one with them. This timeout brought to you by High Camp Construction. You are listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. High Camp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call High Camp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. They're talented Melissa and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
And welcome back after that High Camp Construction timeout. Breckenridge Cowgirls with an early 8-0 lead. And Staples-Motley gets past the press and draws a foul. Looks like it's going to be on the floor, or actually it's a shooting foul. So at the stripe is number 22, Addison Potter. Freshman forward, gets into the scoring call. Potter trying to make it a 2-for-2 trip. Taking their time, there we go. Potter goes through the routine, lets it fly, and knocks it down. 2-for-2 trip, 8-2 Breckenridge Cowgirl lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Roberts swings it over to Bernades. Little fake, and then she swings over to the right corner to Piper Janning. Feeds it inside to Aaron Blofis. Inside out kick to Parker Yagi, and she's going to get called for the travel. Tough break for Yagi. But Breckenridge is given this Staples-Motley press fits. And they cause another turnover, which turns into Yagi laying it in on the left side with the right finger roll. And a quick 10-2 lead for the Cowgirls as Staples-Motley ends up turning it over again. Breckenridge just flying around. Mariah Coltis will check in, as will Ava Janning. Aaron Blofis and Jonica Bernades will get a breather. Coltis, tallest girl on the roster. Swung around the perimeter. Ava Janning swings over to Piper Janning. Decided not to pull the trigger, tried stepping through the defenders. Kick back out to Ava Janning, who's going to line up a top of the key three off the mark. Rebounded by the Cardinals and tied up for a jump ball. Possession arrow sticks with the Cowgirls. And also checking in is Anna Spear for her first action of the night. She'll head in for Piper Janning. So the only two starters remaining are Sydney Roberts and Parker Yagi. Ava Janning gets it into Coltis, swings it over to Anna Spear, puts it up from the left slot and knocks it down. Anna Spear, she knows her role. Whenever she comes into the game, she's ready to unload. And it breaks the press, and going up for it is number 3, Clara Morose. And we got another foul. 13-2 run by the Cowgirls to open up this ball game. 22, Mariah Coltis picking up her first foul. Oh, actually it was a on the floor, evidently. They get in cleanly to Ellen Lang. Corner three is off the mark. Rebounded by Sydney Roberts, and the Cowgirls are off and running. She feeds it up to Ava Janing. Ava Janing in the left corner. Swings over to Parker Yagi on the left slot. Beautiful kick out to the right slot to Anna Spear. She does not knock this one down. Mariah Coltis with the rebound and the foul on the floor. Coltis doing a good job of keeping it high there. Ava Janing will inbound on the baseline. Parker Yagi gets it in the right corner. Right back to Ava Janing with the quick pass, and Janing misses the three, but Sydney Roberts tracks down another long rebound. Slapped away from her and out of bounds. 14:31 left to play in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and Sydney Roberts puts up another three off the mark. Cowgirls just target practice out there, and better keep up there. You guys might have missed a potential uncalled travel, but that's all right. Turnover nonetheless. Parker Yagi swings it over to the left wing to Ava Janing. Janing over to Sydney Roberts on the right wing. She attacks the closeout, steps through a pair of defenders, goes up with the right, off the mark. Mariah Coltis kept it alive, batted out to Parker Yagi. Ava Janing skip pass over to Sydney Roberts. Her three is off the mark and rebounded by the Cardinals. Cardinals looking to get their first field goal of the night, and shot is off the mark. Tipped by the Cowgirls, though. Oh, actually, yeah, it was tipped by the Cowgirls. Jonica Bernades coming in to spell Sydney Roberts. Cowgirls sticking with their main 8-girl rotation. Staples-Motley swinging over to the right wing and then back over to the left wing where the shot is off the mark. Bernades tried tracking down the rebound, but off of Staples-Motley, Olivia Lorber, the senior forward, having that one go out of bounds. Her and shot scorer, both seniors, as is Ellen Lang. Bernades gets the ball screen at the top of the key, gets downhill with the left and lays it in. This makes it look too easy. Jonica Bernades with half a dozen points, matching Parker Yagi for the team lead. Staples-Motley gets past the press, zip it up to near the top of the key, swung over to the right slot into the right corner. Staples-Motley going for an entry pass, but stolen away by Ava Janing as the Cowgirls have racked up the steals. Wouldn't be surprised if they're close to double digits already, and we're only about 5 minutes into the game. Parker Yagi with the drive and take, and she is fouled. Parker Yagi at the line for her first free throws of the game. First free throw drops in, nothing but net for Parker Yagi. If you guys are just jumping in, we got an early start to the doubleheader tonight. 2-for-2 trip for Parker Yagi. As it's supposed to tip off at 5:45, we got a little bit of an earlier start. Breckenridge Cowboys will play the nightcap against a very strong Staples-Motley boys team. And Breckenridge forces another turnover. Ava Janing hits that Euro step, but can't get the layup to fall. Rebounded by the Cardinals and tied up for a jump ball, but possession arrow stays with the Cardinals. Inbounding is Lorber. She'll try to get it into number 13, Jocelyn Lank. No, the roster is actually not in numerical order, so that's a little difficult to read if you're seeing me struggle for names here for Staples-Motley, as Piper Janing comes away with a steal. I got the Breckenridge girls relatively down, so I can kind of do theirs from memory, but Jonica Bernades, I think, goes into the left corner for a three and ends up missing the shot. Almost tracks down her own rebound, but Ava Janing was on the floor for it as well, so looks like we got another jump ball. This one sticks with the Cowgirls. Bernades on the floor with Clara Morose. Oh, actually, possession arrow goes to the Cardinals. I must have missed one. And almost another turnover. right in front of the Breckenridge student section, and then they throw it inside where Mariah Coltis comes up with her first steal of the game. Jonica Bernardes trying to capitalize in transition, takes it back out to the perimeter. Beautiful kick out to the right wing to Anna Spear, who ends up shooting that one too hard, but they're getting out in transition. Piper Janing tips it. Jonica Bernardes gets a hand on it, back to Piper Janing. And head coach Tony Bogenreef's going to take a timeout. 6 minutes into this ball game, Cowgirls up 17-2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. You are listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live for the I3G Sports Network.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Welcome back to Breckenridge High School, where the Breckenridge Cowgirls will open up this game with a 17-2 run to jump out to the lead. And I want to remind all of you fantastic listeners, if you're watching on your phone, to make sure to switch that to 1080 and 60p. Makes for some very nice viewing on the phone, but you got to kind of do it manually yourself in the settings. Kind of weird, but swung over to the left corner to Anna Spear, and around the horn to the right wing to Piper Janing. She gets it over to Anna Spear, back to Janing on the right wing. Little fake, and then she drives, but draws a foul. Cowgirls send Aaron Bloffa, Sydney Roberts, and Parker Yagi back into the game. Shows how well I was paying attention. I didn't realize Parker had checked out, but must have been a very quick breather. They get it inbounded to Parker Yagi, and as open as a look as she's going to get, but ends up going out of bounds off her leg. So tough break for Parker Yagi, as Staples-Motley once again tries breaking the press, but they throw it away to the Cowgirls. The Cowgirls bench, I should say. Sydney Roberts will inbound to Jonica Bernardes. Timeout for equipment. As the girl gets her shoe tied up. She's not a DeMar DeRozan who's going to play her whole career with her shoes untied. Yes, that is real. He does that. It's crazy. Parker Yagi puts up a corner three from the right side. Ends up getting laid out after the fact. I think one of the Staples-Motley players heard one of the parents yell box out in the crowd, and maybe took it a little too far. So Parker Yagi's got a trio of free throws coming. She's 2 for 2 so far at the stripe. Second foul on Clara Morose. Yagi's first free throw is good. So she's 3 for 3 at the stripe thus far. Second one is good. And she's fouled on a three-pointer, so she'll get another crack at this. And could turn this into a 20-2 lead to start off the game. Yagi's next free throw is up and good. So 3 for 3 on the trip. Yagi's got 11 on the day already. 11 of the team's 20. Staples-Motley going to take a look from the top of the key. Nothing but net for Olivia Lorber to give her squad some life. First field goal of the game for the Cardinals. Jonica Bernardes gets a ball screen from Aaron Bloffa. Takes it over to the right side of the floor, swings it over to Parker Yagi. Her three rims out. Kind of swirled around the rim. Lorber passes it up to Addison Potter. They're looking to go inside. Might have bounced off someone's foot, but Staples-Motley player has it in the paint, and there's the 3-second call. Gotta do something when you get it down there. 20-5 Cowgirl lead. Cowgirls open this up with a 20-2 run. You know, they've been locked in on both ends of the floor. Sure, they wish they were getting a few more threes to drop. That's probably what they're saying. As Jonica Bernadez gets the dribble handoff and lays it in for two, but they must have heard my keys to the game where I said, let's try to get everything inside all night. And that was another nice finish there. Jonica Bernadez swipes another steal. Bernadez, the lefty, and drops it in. Bernadez, 10 points, all off layups. 24-5 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. As Staples-Motley ends up having that pass tipped and goes out of bounds. Ava Janing into the ball game. Lorber brings it up for the Cardinals. Tries dishing off to Potter, but Parker Yagi is just being a menace. We got, and looks like they're going to call over and back. Official's going to discuss it. So Ava Janing will get the inbound. Over to Piper Janing, looking for Parker Yagi on the back cut. Instead, will shot fake and go. Drops it into the short corner. Ava Janing with a smart cut to the hoop and lays it in for two. As a result, Parker Yagi with a nice find. Always been an underrated aspect of Parker's game because she does everything else so well and puts up points like crazy, but a heck of a distributor as well. As Sydney Roberts grabs the rebound and then is rewarded by getting fouled right away. 14 fouls for each team. Actually, that was the fifth on Staples, so now they have 5 fouls and 5 points. Cowgirls up by 21. We're almost halfway through this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Sydney Roberts will inbound to Ava Janing. Also on the floor, Anna Spear just checked in, Aaron Blofis, and Parker Yagi. Head coach Tony Bogenreef wanted them to run a set. They swing it over to the left corner to Spear. Ava Janing flashes to the high post and then comes back out. They're looking to go inside for Blofis. Looks like they were hoping to set it up right here. Offensive foul. All right. So Aaron Blofis playing bully ball, and they're going to call a foul. First foul on Blofis. Parker Yagi comes out of the ball game. 26-5 once again on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Staples-Motley got sped up a little bit there with the press and rocketed a pass out of bounds. And if I had a time machine, I'd go back and say, Turner, you might want to keep track of turnovers this half. It might be important. 8:58 left to play in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard as Cowgirls are turning it over every time Staples has the ball, seemingly. Aaron Blofis over to Ava Janing. Sydney Roberts swings it to Anna Spear. Back to Roberts. Thought about the triple. Instead, she's going to go inside to Coltis. Good inside-out kick to Anna Spear, who is not able to knock down the triple. Rebounded by the Cardinals. Lorber pushing tempo. Cowgirls communicating in transition very well. And they're going to look to go to that lefty spin, and Mariah Coltis tried coming up the block. We got a foul call instead. Aaron Blofis' second foul. Head coach Tony Bogenreef likely sending this up for her. First free throw is good. Jonica Bernadez will give Blofis a breather. First point of the game for Miranda Schatzko. Good shot for Schatzko, gotta say it. And 2-for-2 trip, another good shot for Schatzko. Ava Janing bring it up for the Cowgirls, crosses the timeline. Swings it over to the right corner to Sydney Roberts. Then a nice flash to the high post by Anna Spear, but it is turned over. Cardinals out in transition, whole flock of them. They're looking to get Lorber in the right corner. She's going to pull the trigger on a three, off the mark. Rebound by Spear. Ava Janing bringing it up for the Cowgirls. Feeds it up to Sydney Roberts. Hard dribble drive there. Floater is off the mark, though. Cardinals pushing tempo once again, and Ava Janing's going to get called for the, actually a travel. 7:55 left to play in your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 26-7 is your score. Janing crosses the timeline. Swings it over to the left side to Bernades. Drops it into the post to Coltis. Kicked out to Ava Janing. Skip pass to Sydney Roberts on the right side. Off the mark. Rebounded by Ava Janing. Janing going to toss up the floater. Nothing but net. Ava Janing with 4 points so far. 7:35 left to play. And we got another timeout. This timeout brought to you by High Camp Construction. We'll take a quick one with them. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
And welcome back after that High Camp Construction timeout. Breckenridge Cowgirls up 28-7. Lorber tries to put out the mid-range jumper off the mark, but a nice follow there by Miranda Shotsko. So she's got 4 straight for the Cardinals. Trying to get them back into striking distance. That cuts the lead under 20, and Piper Janing doing a good job trying to save that pass from Ava Janing. And that was kind of hard to, actually that was Mariah Coltis also over there. It's hard to say who that pass was actually to, because it looked like it was perfectly placed between 2 Cowgirls as Piper Janing gets a steal, but then turns it over. Ava Janing gets a steal of her own, and it gets tied up for a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Cowgirls. On the court for Breckenridge, we got Jonica Bernades, the Janing girls, Mariah Coltis, and Anna Spear. Bernades has her 3 go off the back iron. Anna Spear with a nice rebound. Her right-handed shot is off the mark. They try passing it up to Lorber, but pass sails out of bounds as Parker Yegi and Aaron Blofus check into the game. Oh, Yegi just had to run up here and throw away her gum or something. I'm not sure what that was. Thought she was coming over to knock over the camera tripod. That would have been fun. Piper Janing inbounding to Ava Janing. She crosses the timeline and is looking at a 3-2 zone when she gets there. Ava Janing with the ball. Over to Anna Spear on the right side of the floor. She feeds it into Aaron Blofus. Blofus looking to go to the footwork, but it gets tied up for a jump ball. Sticky hands by number 10, Ellen Lang. Or Langy. As Ava Janing steals that pass, kicks it out to Parker Yegi. Yegi slams the brakes and hits it over to Anna Spear, who walked. So after the Cowgirl turnover, it remains a 19-point game with 6:34 left to play in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Make sure once again, if you're watching on your phone, to hit that settings button and go over to 1080, 680, or 60p, because it makes the settings look really nice on your phone. And we got a 10 call on Staples-Motley. They've had turnovers of all kinds in this game. Breckenridge is credit to their defense, staying locked in. I don't know if I'd say the same about the offensive end, but defensive end, they've been unstoppable. As Ava Janing gets swung over to the left corner to Piper Janing. Now swung over to the right side. They're looking for Aaron Blofus inside. Anna Spear is going to put up the 3 from the right side. Off the mark, rebounded by Blofus. She tries following it, misses it. Piper Janing comes down with the board, and we got a foul after she came down. Both teams 1 foul away from the penalty. 6 minutes left to play in the ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge in the driver's seat with the 19-point cushion. Ava Janing trying to make it 22, does not bank it in. Piper Janing with the ball. Not a lot of room to operate, but figures out a way to back down and turn around for the drop in too. Piper Janing's first points of the game. Good technique to set it up. Cardinals toss up a 3-pointer off the mark. Ava Janing tracks down the rebound, hands it off to Parker Yegi. Yegi Feeds it up to Piper Janing on the left side. She was looking for Yegi on the cut. The defender ran at Yegi, leaving Piper Janing open for a wide open triple that she makes her pay for. Back-to-back buckets for Piper Janing right after getting into the scoring column, and Parker Yegi doing a good job of cutting off by the sideline, but turned into a collision and actually forced the turnover. Jonica Bernades hopped into the ball game for Anna Spear. So we got the 5 starters on the floor now as Sydney Roberts also back in the game. Parker Yegi drops down a pass to Jonica Bernades, who found a little crease in the defense and dropped it in for 2. Bernades with a dozen points, all off layups once again. And with a layup of her own is number 3, Clara Morose. Her first points of the game. And now Sydney Roberts is going a little too quick with the travel. Cowgirl turnover, 24-point ball game. Excuse me. As, oh, nice deflection there from Blofeld forces the turnover. Tracked down by Parker Yegi. Piper Janing tries driving inside. Has it blocked, kicks it out to Jonica Bernades, who attacks the closeout. Skips it out to Parker Yegi. Yegi thought about driving, ended up having her drive cut off, so she kicks it out to Jonica Bernades. Head coach Tony Bogenreef yelling out an adjustment. They got 20 seconds to work with. Inside out kick from Blofeld to Yegi, and shot is off the mark. Sydney Roberts with another offensive rebound. I got her for at least 3 of those today. And make it 4. She gets another one. Jonica Bernades setting up the offense. Looking to get a ball screen. Shot fake. Drops it off to Yegi. Yegi drives inside and is going to get called for a travel. Definitely could have been a charge, but maybe caught a break with a travel instead. Then you don't get a foul in the column. Not that I'm worried about Parker Yegi getting in foul trouble, but yeah, that's only happened for like 1 game I've covered in the last couple of years. And it was the Barnesville one this year, which was crazy. Jonica Bernades gets the rebound. And whipping out the her best dribbling moves for this one. It's kind of fun to watch her set everything up. She dribbles over to the left side of the floor. Over to Sydney Roberts on the right side. Roberts to Yegi. Back to Roberts. Drops it into the high post area to Piper Janing. Janing tries to dribble into a few defenders to free up Bernades' floater on the left side. She sails that too far, out of bounds off the Cowgirls. 3:20 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard as Mariah Coltis will give Aaron Blofeld a breather. Lorber bringing it up. Jonica Bernades swipes another one. Getting out in transition for the layup, and 2 more into the scoring column for Bernades. 37-11 is your score. Bernades now outscoring Staples-Motley 14-11 herself as Yegi tried swiping the steal there, but we got a timeout called by Staples-Motley. Another timeout brought to you by Heitkamp Construction. We'll take one with them. You are listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live per the i3G Sports Network.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
Welcome back after that Highcamp construction timeout. Staples-Motley drew up a play to get themselves a mid-range jumper on the baseline, and Morose knocks it down. Her second field goal. Cuts the lead to 24, 37-13 with 2:42 left to play in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. The first of two games between Breckenridge and Staples-Motley High School, as the boys basketball teams will follow up. Once again, this was a game that everyone knew had potential to start out like this. Staples-Motley once again coming into this one looking for their first conference victory and their first section victory as well, 1-9 on the year. And Sydney Roberts, the one picking off this pass this time, looking like Malcolm Butler in the Super Bowl. Ava Janing over to Anna Spear. She swings it to the right corner to Piper Janing. She gets a little bit of a ball screen. Everyone leaves her. She thought about the mid-range jumper. Instead gets it over to Ava Janing. But a pretty good look at a three, but dropped it off to Roberts instead. They turned down a good look for a great look. Anna Spear showing that it was a great look. Nothing but net for three. The double team was waiting at half court, and Piper Janing swipes it away off the second pass. And Janing lays it in with the right hand. 29-point lead for the Cowgirls. We're going to be looking at some running clock potentially here in the second half as Anna Spear tracks down the board. Sydney Roberts looking for Mariah Coltis on the 1-5 look. Love to see the aggressiveness from Coltis and the effort to run the floor. And bringing it up is Lorber. Double team is waiting at half court. They get past it this time. Potter driving inside. Throws up a shot against her fellow 22, Mariah Coltis. I wouldn't advise it with that length. Coltis disrupts the shot. Cowgirls off and running into the right corner to Anna Spear. Coltis has it. Beautiful block-to-block pass to Ava Janing for two. Presence of mind for Coltis to know that she might have someone cutting on the other side, and Ava Janing having the awareness to be the one to do it. And Ava Janing right on cue. Swiped a steal and then got it tied up for a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Cowgirls. So when it rains, it pours for the Cardinals. 1 minute left in the opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Be curious if anyone's keeping stats here, what they have the Cowgirls down for steals. I know I'm the one who's supposed to be keeping stats, but you guys only get points out of me. I'm running the camera. You guys can't get rebounds and stats or an assist and expect it to be reliable. As Sydney Tischer in for her first action of the game, Colin Hout as well. Hout has the ball on the left wing, feeds it into Coltis, back out to Hout. Hout to Janing, her fellow 8th grader, and Sydney Tischer tried feeding it to Janing, who is going to get the over and back as the pass is a little off the mark. So on the court for the Cowgirls, Ava Janing, Colin Hout, Sydney Tischer, Anna Spear, and Mariah Coltis as well. Anna Spear hopping into the pass lane. Pick that one off here. And Ava Janing with the left-handed lay after the Euro step, but it was off the mark. Mariah Coltis following it in. I got to make sure to double check on all the years on these girls, but this is a potential starting 5 in a couple years. Just so you guys know. Oh, we got Piper Janing out of the game, so never mind. There goes that theory. But Piper Janing would probably, I'm not going to speculate on starting 5s right now. We got 3.5 seconds left here in the year 2025. As Ava Janing scoops it up over to Anna Spear. You don't want to leave her open for three. And her shot is off the mark. She had a big smile on that after that one. She was saying, how do I miss that one? 46-13, your score as the Breckenridge Cowgirls head into halftime up big. You are listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network. We'll be right back with your Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wapaton. $30 in rebates on the purchase of 3 AC Delco wiper blades. $20 in rebates on the purchase and installation of select AC Delco Gold batteries. And $15 in rebates on the purchase and installation of 1 AC Delco cabin air filter and 1 engine air filter. Gear up for winter with these exclusive offers. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Online at smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
Earlier this year, Dad mentioned needing to downsize. Well, with Mom gone, the house is just too big. I worry about him being alone too much.
So, getting the rest of the family home for the holidays this year, it was a good time to talk about some healthy alternatives.
Well, the first place that came to mind was Twin Town Villa. So we took a tour, and Dad loved it from the start.
Everything Dad needs is right there at Twin Town Villa. Meals, laundry, best of all, healthy interaction with his neighbors.
If someone you love is ready for a healthy alternative in the new year, stop in and take a tour of Twin Town Villa.
And welcome to the Minn-Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company, Minn-Kota Ag Products. And we'll run through the State Farm Stat Report. We'll run through the scoring for you thus far in Breckenridge's 46-13 lead here at the half for the Cowgirls against the Staples-Motley Cardinals, who once again entered this ball game with a 1-9 record. So this is something we all knew was a possibility. You guys think I should start being a little more honest when we start out broadcasts? When I'm thinking the whole time, I think this is going to be a blowout. I think this is going to be a blowout. Maybe I should actually tell you, I think this one's going to be a blowout. But you know, sometimes it backfires. But I don't know. I think it could have worked today. But anyways, let's see how we got to that 46-13 score. 4 points apiece for Staples-Motley to lead the way for number 14. My apologies. Number 14, Miranda Schatzko. She got 4 points near the end of the half, as did number 3, Clara Morose. Both of them got in the scoring column right at the end, and 3 points off of a triple from Olivia Lorber, and then 2 points off of a pair of free throws to get into to get on the board for the Cardinals by Addison Potter. If we're looking for a bright spot for the Cardinals, they are 4 for 4 at the free throw line this half. So that's one thing they can build on going forward, I guess. But let's run through the stats for the Breckenridge Cowgirls. The State Farm Stat Report, once again brought to you by the local State Farm agents, Matt and Amanda Frederick. And we got Johnny Bernades leading the way with 14 points, getting it all at the rim, just driving into the rim with reckless abandon. Johnny Bernades was today, capitalizing on a lot of turnovers as well. Parker Yagi joining her in double figures with 11. We got 7 points from Piper Janning, as well as 6 from Ava Janning and 6 from Anna Spear. And then we got a couple from Mariah Coltis coming off the bench as well. So 6 girls in the scoring column thus far for the Cowgirls, 4 for Staples-Motley, and a 46-13 advantage. By the way, better make note that Jonica Bernardes is currently outscoring the entire Staples-Motley roster. 14-13 for that individual battle. So we'll see if that continues. I'm not sure what Bernardes' minutes are going to look like here in the second half. If the lead kind of stays like this. So then we might be seeing a lot more of the, kind of the JV Cowgirls for the most part. So it'll be fun to kind of see what the future holds. That's always the part that I always enjoy about when you get to clear out the bench. As fun as it is to see everyone get their first points and stuff, I'm a guy who's always got one eye on the like 5 years down the road. Not that I think these guys are going to be in high school, girls are going to be in high school in 5 years, but you know what I mean. But now we'll take our first break on our Mink Coat Ag Products Halftime Show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Breckenridge Cowgirls up 46-13. Breckenridge Cowboys getting some shots up if you guys are watching our YouTube stream on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel. And Breckenridge Cowboys will play game 2 of this doubleheader against a very strong Staples-Motley boys squad. We'll tell you more about them when we get into that half of the doubleheader. Cowgirls up 46-13. You're listening to the Mink Coat Ag Products Halftime Show on B92.7 FM and live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Welcome back as we continue the Mink Coat Ag Products Halftime Show. And my big emphasis for our key to the game, brought to you by Smith Motors in Wapaton, small town friendly, big town deals, was to really pound the paint today. And I think I got my wish. I mean, the Cowgirls only hit 3 shots from outside. Everything else was in the paint, and they only shot a handful of free throws as well. So let's do the math here. 14 points. I'll say 32 of those points came in the paint tonight, so far. Okay, I got a 3 for Piper Janning, a couple threes for Anna Spear, and then 5 free throws, so that comes out to 14. Yeah, 32 of these points coming in the paint. I would say that they're coming through, especially Jonica Bernardes, just getting downhill like a demon, nonstop. She outscored the Staples-Motley team in the first half. You don't see that very often, so credit to her for a strong first half, and we'll see if it comes through again. We'll take a very quick break here to wrap up the Mink Coat Ag Products Halftime Show. Once again, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Staples-Motley exits the locker room. We'll see how much, if they're going to warm up at all, but you've been listening to the Mink Coat Ag Products Halftime Show.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
All right, looks like we're just diving into it for the second half, so we'll wrap up the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show, and Staples-Motley didn't even get to warm up for the half. They just had a lot of adjustments in the locker room, evidently. So Potter tracks down the rebound off of the Cardinal miss and gets tied up for a jump ball, and since they started off the half with the ball, we're going the other way. Jonica Bernardes bringing it up for the Cowgirls, trying to add to her 14-point half. Once again, if you guys are watching on the YouTube stream, make sure to get that settings in 1080p. As Jonica Bernardes with the pull-up jumper. She must have been sick of me talking about all of her layups. Pulls up for the jumper. Makes it a 48-13 result. And if I remember correctly, that can throw it in a running clock. Both teams agree to it, as Jonica Bernardes will tie it, or actually it's travel. She tried to tie it up for a jump ball, but Jonica Bernardes off and running. Looking over to head coach Tony Bogrenreef for the call. Swung back over to the right side. Bernardes with the dribble kick to the right corner, and Piper Janing. Janing skips it over to the left corner. Sydney Roberts puts up the mid-range jumper off the mark. Staples-Motley crossing the timeline with Piper Janing picking her up at half court. Skip pass over to the left wing. Shot fake and go. And stripped away. Piper Janing coming through for another steal. Getting downhill and flying to the rack for two. Piper Janing. I'm always impressed by how much control she still has, because sometimes when she is kind of going at top speed to the hoop, it looks like it's just going to get kind of thrown off the backboard, but she's still got that touch when she gets there. As we got another Cowgirl steal. And dropping it down low with a lefty pass is Jonica Bernardes with a nice dish. Someone tell Robert Wanek to clip that one for plays of the week, potentially. Lorber drops it over to the right wing, into the high post to Potter. She tries dropping it inside. And zipped over into the crowd on the left side of the floor. That was a fastball. As Bernardes will get a breather, Ava Janing will get a break. Or Ava Janing will come in, as will Anna Spear. Apologies. Bernardes and Yegi get a breather. 39-point lead for the Cowgirls. 16:05 left to play. Ava Janing, pass fake, swings it over to the right side. Anna Spear drops it to Piper Janing in the right corner. We get a little floater from Ava Janing, which is followed by Aaron Blofis. Throws it up into a sea of hands, and it is blocked out of bounds. So Cowgirls remain with the ball. Ava Janing calls the play from under the basket, looking for Anna Spear on the perimeter. Nobody's out there. And her shot is off the mark. It's as good of a look as she's going to get from downtown this year. Sydney Roberts swings it over to Ava Janing on the left side of the floor. Piper Janing drops it over to a wide open Anna Spear. Look at the way that they share the ball. Anna Spear with a rare two from Anna. She usually just kind of camps out on the perimeter and makes people pay out there, but doing a good job of seeing nobody on that side of the lane and crashing in. And another turnover by the Cardinals. Yeah, you know it's tough sledding when it's hard to even get a shot attempt off against this Breckenridge defense. Ava Janing across the timeline, gets it over to Sydney Roberts on the right wing. Back to Janing at the top of the key. Skip pass over to the right corner to Anna Spear. Thought about the three. Drops it over to Coltis, who finds a cutting Ava Janing for a layup, but she misses it. But a very nice feed off of Coltis. Roberts gets it to Ava Janing. And another pass from Coltis to Ava Janing. That was a rocket. Piper Janing has her shot blocked as she goes inside, and Staples-Motley with the ball, trailing by 41. So far, an 8-0 run by the Cowgirls to start off this half. And Staples-Motley tried to get a jumper to rattle in and off the mark, but the follow is good by Olivia Lorber. Lorber, the tallest girl in this lineup, but, you know, she's kind of trying to do more of her damage on the perimeter. Maybe not the tallest girl. Maybe Potter's the tallest one out there, but Ava Janing's going to line up a three, and off the back iron. Good follow by her to track down the offensive rebound. Sydney Roberts gets it over to Piper Janing. She's going to pull the trigger on a three of her own off the mark, and Staples-Motley off and running with it. And Piper Janing making another great hustle play to try to swipe it away and keep it in bounds. Gets swung over to Lorber on the left side of the floor. Lorber wide open on the left wing if she wants it. She pulls the trigger on the three off the mark. Rebounded by Anna Spear. She gets it over to Ava Janing. Ava Janing swings it over to Sydney Roberts in the right corner. Roberts, after a couple pass fakes, skips it over to Piper Janing. Janing over to the short corner to Sydney Roberts. She's going to put up a two off the mark. Rebounded by Coltis. Gets tied up for the jump ball. Good job having the quick hands there by Ella Lang. In for their first action of the night, we got number 4, Hannah Cole, as well as number 11, Sophia Luna. Colin Howden and Sydney Tischer also checking in the ball game. Make sure to stick around for game 2 of this doubleheader with the Breckenridge Cowboys taking on the Cardinals as well. It's not one of those split doubleheaders like Lopton had last night where the boys played Kindred and the girls played Central Cows. Those are always weird. Over to Luna. She tracks it down on the right side of the floor. Sophia Luna, a freshman on this squad, tracks down the offensive rebound, keeps it in bounds to Lorber. Lorber tries skipping it over to the left side of the floor, but Colin Hout, Johnny on the spot to haul that one in. Oh, Ava Janing. Oh, I'm so mad the camera just missed that one. Oh, with a very nice behind the back dribble. Oh, my apologies, Ava. That would have been a good one for the highlight reel, even though she didn't get the make. But Luna drives in for the floater. Off the mark, Sydney Tischer out and running. Tischer tries feeding it up, and Coley Schuler. The reflexes are not what they were during the volleyball season. She wasn't ready for that one. Got pegged in the student section. Colin out. She was a fun interview. Go check it out on our Optimum Athlete segment. And we had another good interview today with Demi Van Gils from Amsterdam. She was in for a really cool interview today, so make sure to go check that out on our YouTube channel. Mariah Coltis with a short corner two off the mark. Colin Howe doing a good job trying to keep it alive, and she does. Sydney Tischer tries getting it into Coltis. Coltis feeds it into Colin Howe in the middle of the lane, and she drops in a bank floater. Colin Howe's first points of the evening. Puts her team back up 41, biggest lead of the night for the Cowgirls. And a mid-range jumper for Hannah Cole. Hannah Cole and Sophia Luna giving the Cardinals some good energy off the bench here in the second half. Couple JV girls. And another swipe there, and she's going to go with the Euro step around Ava Janing. It's going to be fun watching these girls battle for a few years in the HOL. And I know we just, I'm going to be kicking myself that I missed Ava Janing's behind the back there, just snatching a pair of ankles. That's what I get for trying to lead the play where I think it's going to go, and then I end up going a little too far with the camera. 11:38 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. First free throw is good by Mariah Coltis. Coltis had 2 points in the first half, so looking to match that here in this one trip to the stripe. 11:38 left to play, 40-point game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. So we must have to get down to a certain point before running clock becomes a factor. Maybe it's halfway through the half or something. Luna swings it over to Morose. Cole swings it out to Morose as well. Luna gets the ball back. Step back shot is off the mark, and Mariah Coltis gets the block and the rebound. It's a nice little 2-for-1 special there for her. Anna Spear thought about it, swings it over, and shot is off the mark by number 15, Riley Johnson. Just checked into the ball game for her first action. Along with her is Anna Spear, Mariah Coltis, Colin Hout, and Sydney Tischer, who's inbounding under the basket. Tischer gets it into Coltis. Coltis fires it over to Hout. Hout looking to drive. Dribble kick out. Sydney Tischer has it in the left corner. She's going to weave to try to get Anna Spear open for a three. The bank is not open. Sydney Tischer tracks down the long board right in front of the Breckenridge student section. Johnson has it again. Gets it to Spear, who's cutting through the lane. It's about 4 Cardinals there, but it was a pretty precise pass. Getting it right where it needed to be, and the foul is drawn. Hannah Cole pegged with the foul. Spears' first free throw is nothing but net. Anna Spear gonna hit double figures if she knocks this one down, and she does. 10 points off the bench for Spear. And Sophia Luna getting over to the left side of the floor. 3-pointers off the mark. Good block out by Sydney Tischer. Sydney Tischer has it tipped away. I'm liking what I've seen from her so far, and the limited varsity action I've seen her in. She reminds me of all the teammates I had that were always really fundamentally sound with all the stuff they did and actually retained the information that the coaches gave them. As Mariah Coltis, the nice give and go there. What a cut by Anna Spear, but she does not get it to drop. You can tell she wanted that one off of a nice dish off from Mariah Coltis. Tischer gets it into Coltis. No hesitation there, and she knocks down the elbow jumper. I don't think we see that from Mariah Coltis last year. I don't know if she's that that confident in the shot that she's ready to go right when she catches it. So I just love I love to see the growth that we've seen from her, and that we're going to continue to see from her when she's likely starting for this squad next year. Is going to be so much fun. 62-17 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. So we get some of the current Cowgirls standouts out there, including Erin Blofis, Jonica Bernades, Sydney Roberts, and Piper Janning. Actually, the whole starting five's out there. Parker Yagi, if I didn't mention her as well. And looking for the free throw line pass, and the shot is routed in by Hannah Cole. Her second bucket, as Jonica Bernades brings the ball up. Sorry, I was updating my stats a little late on the camera work there for all of you fantastic YouTube viewers. And Parker Yagi kicks it out to Piper Janning. Janning drives to the cup, and her floater's off the mark. She keeps it alive, though, by tipping it, and it's tracked down by the Cardinals. Larber with the ball. Luna crosses the timeline, and picked by Piper Janning. Jonica Bernades is also flying up there to try to help out. Maybe spring a trap, but instead we got a trap on the left side of the floor. But Morose was able to get out of it, and now the kick out to the right corner is off the mark, so that's where the turnover occurs. 9:16 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 62-19. And officials check in. I think they're checking someone's foul total. This is always the most fun. I hope it's not one of those checks where they say someone wasn't in the book. There are worse things to hold up a game for. All right, let's get into it. Or I sneak off to the concession stand. All right, we're back into it. 9:15 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jonica Bernades gets a ball screen from Erin Blofis. Thought about hitting her on the roll. Instead, she goes to Yagi. Parker Yagi swings it over to Sydney Roberts. Roberts still looking for her first points of the evening. It's over to Jonica Bernades as they continue to run their weave offense. Piper Janning tracks it down after it was almost stolen. She has it in the left corner, picks up her dribble, drops it into Bernades. Bernades with the size advantage. You know, she doesn't always have those, so she's got to capitalize when she does. 2 points for her. She's got 18 on the night. She's trying to regain the lead in her individual mission to outscore the Cardinals. As Erin Blofis gets the rebound, drops it over to Jonica Bernades. So fun to see her back in the lineup as she fires a right-handed pass into Piper Janning and misses the layup. We've seen a lot of really good passes not not result in assists tonight, which has been unfortunate, but I like to see them keep coming. Skip pass into the right corner to Lorber, and they were trying to pass it back, but Hannah Cole wasn't ready for it. Staples-Motley trying to get on the loose ball. Morose, along with Sydney Roberts and Parker Yagi. Roberts a little slow to get up. Hopefully she's all right as Luna drops in the floater to get into the scoring column. Really liked what I've seen out of Sophia Luna and Hannah Cole thus far. As Sydney Tischer checks in along with Ava Janing. Actually, the whole sub-unit comes in. Ava Janing running the point, Sydney Tischer on the wing, as is Riley Johnson, Colin Howlett, and in the middle is Mariah Coltis. Coltis trying to make her presence felt inside. Ava Janing is going to put up a 3 from the left wing. Nothing but net for Ava Janing, who's up to 9 points. Trying to be the 4th Cowgirl to hit double figures. We got a lot of girls with 9 right now. As Ava Janing swipes this one away from Luna. Once again, pretty excited to see what kind of a matchup that's going to be in a few years. As Ava Janing trying to pick up her dribble. Dishes it off and gets it handed right back off to her. Riley Johnson's going to put up a 3 off the back iron. Mariah Coltis tries getting the rebound. Pulled away by Luna. Sophia Luna. Skip pass over to the right corner. Swung around to the right wing. Morose is going to put up 3. Only hits the backboard. Mariah Coltis hauls in the rebound. 67-21, Breckenridge up on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ava Janing picks up her dribble just inside the 3-point arc. Swings it to Colin Howlett. Sydney Tischer had a look at 3 if she wanted it. Swings over to Riley Johnson instead. Johnson over to Colin Howlett on the right wing. Nice little fake and go. She skips it over to the left corner to Sydney Tischer, who had a good look at it, but put a little too much on that one. Sailed over the rim and rebounded by the Cardinals. Over to the right wing. And now they feed it inside. Mariah Coltis is going to get tagged for the foul. I'll let you know one more time before I take away this little notice on the YouTube channel that if you want to click on your settings and select 1080 60p HD viewing, that would make it look very nice on your phone. Because I think the standard just puts it at 720, which doesn't look that great. So feel free to go make that adjustment on your settings. Drop it inside, and short jumper off the mark from the Cardinals. That was Shotsko trying to put up that one. Ava Janing gets a ball screen. Swings over to Riley Johnson in the left corner. Little give and go there. And Sydney Tischer stepping through and drawing the foul. Tischer and Riley Johnson looking to get in the scoring column. And funny enough, the 2 senior starters, Sydney Roberts and Aaron Blafas, both scoreless in this ballgame. Free throw is off the mark for Sydney Tischer. On a spear. Likely going to check back into the ballgame pretty soon as Sydney Tischer goes 1 for 2 for her first point of the game. Sophia Luna over to the right wing. And that pass was tipped or hacked away from her, and then it went off her foot out of bounds. So a bad break for the Cardinals. 4:30 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Riley Johnson kicks it out to Sydney Tischer. Little jab step from Ava Janing, swings it out to Riley Johnson. Johnson over to Hout. Hout likes to get downhill. Kicks it out to Ava Janing. She's going to do the same with the lefty layup off the mark. Coltis ended up getting a hand on it, and it bounced off Ava Janing and went out of bounds. 4:07 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Looks like the running clock is active. Not sure how long they've had that going, but it's the first time I've noticed it. 3:58 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. As you know, time flies when you're having fun, so time's flying for the Cowgirls in running clock form. I don't know if Staples-Motley's having fun. Luna might be as she puts up a floater off the mark. Rebounded by Coltis. Anna Spear bringing it up for the Cowgirls. Having one of her better scoring games of her career in double figures. And another jump ball. Staples-Motley coming the other way with it. 3:30 left to play on this running clock on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge will move to 9-3. And then we'll be doing the post-game show really quick, brought to you by Miller Realty. It'll be a bit of an abbreviated one because then we'll have to turn right around and start up another Red River Grain pregame show before the boys' game. It's going to be fun. Jump ball, another jump ball. We should get that sponsored. If there's any businesses out there that want to sponsor that, feel free to let me know. As Sophia Luna picks up the pass in the backcourt and lays it in with the right hand on the left side for two. Luna has got a couple buckets off the bench here in the closing minutes as Anna Spears running the point. We don't see this very often. Kind of not her natural position, but shot is off the mark, rebounded by Colin Howell. And Sydney Tischer with a follow for two. Tischer goes to the floater and drops it in for her second and third points of the night. .220 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Sophia Luna crosses the timeline. Rockets it in the high post to Hannah Cole. Sydney Tischer trying to get on the floor along with Cole. Luna kicks it out to the left wing. Swung over to the right side of the floor. Morose looking to drive on the right side, and Anna Spear had to get those feet set. She was still moving a little bit, but she was in good position for a charge. She's got to keep that position. So 2 free throws coming for Morose. First one is good. See if it will be a 2-for-2 trip for Morose. And it is. 1:23 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Anna Spear getting it over to Sydney Tischer. Drops it off to Coltis. Rockets a pass to the left corner. Tischer with the ball back. Back to Riley Johnson. Johnson over to Anna Spear. Spear dribbles over to the top of the key. Doesn't take a shot. Swings it over to Sydney Tischer instead. Riley Johnson going to drive inside and walked. It's a tough break for Johnson. This closing minute of the ball game, we just entered the last minute. Luna drops it off to Morose, who puts up a floater and drops it in. Little quick stat padding there from Morose. I think she's the leading scorer after those 2 free throws and then that bucket back-to-back in the closing minutes. Colin Howlett picks up her dribble, tries to get it over to Coltis, and she does. Mariah Coltis skip pass over to Riley Johnson in the left corner. And Staples-Motley gets on the floor for it. Anna Spear has it, drops it over to Mariah Coltis, and her shot is off the mark. And Coltis tried her best not to pick up a foul here. And Addison Potter, as Staples-Motley trying to get one more bucket here before the game is all wrapped up. We got a foul on the floor. Prolong it just a hair. Foul on the floor by Colin Hout. Her first, 2.5 seconds left in the ball game. We'll keep you updated on her foul trouble situation. And Rye Coltis guarding the inbound for this last 2.5 seconds. Sophia Luna tracks it down. She'll be able to huck one up, and she does, and off the mark. So 70-27 is your final on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll take a very quick break before I tally up the stats. You've been listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network. We'll take a quick break, come back with the postgame show, and then we got Cowboys basketball up next.
Protect your equipment and get rewarded by purchasing premium Cenex lubricants with Cenex gift cards for gallons. You can earn a $50 Visa gift card for every 100 gallons of Cenex diesel engine oils, tractor hydraulic fluids, gear lubes, and greases purchased between now and through February 29th of 2024. Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for qualifying Cenex products and promotion details. Some exclusions apply, and don't forget to ask about the best warranty in the industry, the Cenex Total Protection Plan. Proven durability, powered locally.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wapton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
And welcome to our postgame show brought to you by Miller Realty. And the Breckenridge Cowgirls picking up a 70-27 victory over the Staples-Motley Cardinals. And Staples bringing the juice here for the opening runouts for the boys team. Except they missed the dunk that they came out to start out with. But anyways, I got sidetracked. Can you guys tell I have ADHD? But we'll run through the stats for you. Our State Farm Stat Report brought to you by the local State Farm agents, Matt and Amanda Frederick. They always got you covered with the stat report. You guys know that. And by the way, Amanda's got you covered over in Breckenridge. Matt's got you over in Wapton for all of you fantastic listeners with insurance needs. Miller Realty postgame show, and time for your, once again, got the stats for you with leading the way with 8 points. I was kind of teasing that she was a stat patter at the end of the game. Clara Morose for Staples-Motley with 8 points leading the way. Up next with 4 points each, they got 3 girls with 4 points, including number 14, Miranda Schotzko. And then off the bench, in the second half, we had Hannah Cole going for 4, as did Sophia Luna, who I thought was really fun coming off the bench. So keep an eye out for her in the coming years. Oh, forgot about 5 points from Olivia Lorber, and then 2 points for Addison Potter to round out their 27 on the night. And for Breckenridge, they got more than 27 just between their top 2 scorers. 18 from Jonica Bernades, 14 of them coming in the first half off all those layups. 13 for Parker Yagi, 11 of those coming in the opening half. 10 points from Anna Spear off the bench, Piper Janing and Ava Janing. Janing girls going for 9 apiece. 6 for Mariah Coltis. And, get my stats corrected there. Had to run down and talk with Missy Johnson. She got me set straight. 6 points for Mariah Coltis, and then 3 for Sydney Tischer. 2 points for Colin Hout to round it out. I don't think I missed anybody. So that's 70 points for the Cowgirls, who got 8 girls in scoring into the scoring column. Only 3 of them were starters. That's kind of funny. You don't see that very often, where more girls, like 5 girls score off the bench and 3 starters score. You don't see that very often. But let's look at your State Farm Stat Report once again. 70-27 was the final score. We'll take a very quick break. Actually, we'll stay here for this since we got the doubleheader. We'll do our play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency. And I'm so sorry, folks, that I don't have what would be my play of the game was Ava Janing absolutely snapping a pair of ankles by half court with a little behind the back dribble. That was one of the better ones I've seen this year, and I'm so mad that the camera missed it. I'm gonna go back. Maybe I got a little glimpse of it, but that was one of the better crossovers I've seen this year. So that was really fun. So that was my play of the game, even though I don't even think it resulted in any points. But you guys know me. I'm gonna pick whatever looks coolest. But now for my player of the game, it's got to be Jonica Bernades, who is just absolutely tearing it up and getting to the rim at will and dropping in shot after shot. Even though I saw a lot of good things from a lot of other girls, Bernades would be the easy one right there, and it was fun seeing her, zip some of these one-handed passes off the dribble too, and just making this offense more dynamic with her presence. So she's my pick for player of the game. Brought to you by Essential. Once again, the play of the game was brought to you by Red River Agency, your hometown agents in Breckenridge. Got to make sure to get rid of shrink down that Postgame logo. My apologies, folks. Can you tell this once again was just a hair thrown together a little right before because I was trying to make sure all the equipment was running okay. So Postgame show once again brought to you by Miller Realty. Player of the game brought to you by Essentia Health, and play of the game is brought to you by Red River Agency. Shout out to all of our sponsors for making it happen, and that'll do it for the Miller Realty Postgame show. We'll take a very quick break and come back with your Red River Grain pregame show to get ready for the Breckenridge Cowboys matchup with Staples-Motley to wrap up this doubleheader. You're listening to Cowgirl and Cowboy basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. $30 in rebates on the purchase of 3 AC Delco wiper blades. $20 in rebates on the purchase and installation of select AC Delco Gold batteries. And $15 in rebates on the purchase and installation of 1 AC Delco cabin air filter and 1 engine air filter. Gear up for winter with these exclusive offers. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Online at smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
Earlier this year, Dad mentioned needing to downsize. Well, with Mom gone, the house is just too big. I worry about him being alone too much.
So, getting the rest of the family home for the holidays this year, it was a good time to talk about some healthy alternatives.
Well, the first place that came to mind was Twin Town Villa. So we took a tour, and Dad loved it from the start.
Everything Dad needs is right there at Twin Town Villa. Meals, laundry, best of all, healthy interaction with his neighbors.
If someone you love is ready for a healthy alternative in the new year, stop in and take a tour of Twin Town Villa. B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wapaton. All the hits from 2KM today.
And now we'll do it for the Miller Realty postgame show. And now on to our Red River Grain pregame show. For those of you just joining, Breckenridge Cowgirls open up this doubleheader with a 70-27 victory, a very decisive victory against the lowly Staples-Motley Lady Cardinals, who were 1-9 entering the ball game. So they kind of knew it was going to be an uphill battle there. But now let's switch gears over to the Breckenridge Cowboys, who enter this ball game with a record of 6-4 against 4-4 Staples-Motley. One of the newcomer teams to the Heart of Lakes Conference. In case you guys didn't see the big new banner on the wall over there, you can actually, it's actually blocked by the hoop. That would actually be showing where their banner is if you can see it on the YouTube stream. By the way, we're doing this game on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel if you were not aware. If you are over there, make sure to click on the settings button and click 1080p so then you can get the highest quality while you're looking at your phone. So the Breckenridge Cowboys, once again, we'll run through the power pole ranking brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company on for conservation. And for the Cowboys, currently in Section 6A, we'll run through the Section 6A North standings first with 8 at Borup at the top with 8-3. 7-2 Park Christian, Henning in the 3 spot, 9-1. Hillcrest Lutheran Academy, who Breckenridge lost to earlier this year, is 6-3, as is Norman County, East Seal, and Hitterdall, another team Breckenridge lost to. And then Frazee is 6-5 on the year, as is Underwood. And then the bottom 4 teams in the sections, or that subsection, I should say. Lake Park Audubon's 3-10, New York Mills 2-6, Rothsay is 1-8, and Battle Lake 0-10 on the year. We'll move on to the Section 6A South standings. We have West Central area at 7-4. West Central has actually lost to Staples-Motley in Staples' opener for this season. Border West 8-2 on the year for number 2 in Section 6A South. 6-4 Breckenridge to be 3rd in Section 6A South. Brandon Evansville up next 7-3. Ashby 6-3. 5-5 Hancock. Benson 8-5 despite being 8-5 record, but the QRF drops them all the way down here. 1-7 Parkersbury, and then Ortonville 1-9. BBE 0-9 on the season so far for Section 6A standings. And you know what? While we're here for the Power Pole ranking, once again brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company, let's run through the HOL standings as well, because Breckenridge is currently 5th in the HOL. Definitely a big jump from last year when they were winless in the conference. Let's run through it. Pelican Rapids 4-0 in conference play, 10-1 overall. Dilworth Clinton Felton 6-1 in conference play, 7-3 overall. Perham is 4-3 thus far with a 7-3 mark in overall play. Barnesville 3-3, one of those losses being to Breckenridge earlier this year. They are 7-4 on the year. They actually bested this Staples-Motley team that we're going to see. Breckenridge 2-2 in conference play so far, 6-4 overall. Staples-Motley right there with them, 2-3 in conference play, 4-4 overall. Frazee, Hawley, and Park Rapids, the teams up next, with Frazee at 2-4 in conference play, 6-5 overall. 1-4 in conference play for Hawley. They're 1-8 overall. And then Park Rapids area 0-4 in conference play and 3-5 in overall play. By the way, let's throw out there that that Hawley win came against Breckenridge. Not great. And we'll see how the Cowboys are going to respond after that one. Definitely kind of a letdown game for them. But you know what? Last year's team, they weren't really in situations to have letdowns. But this year, the resilience has been a lot better from the squad. So we'll see if that's going to come through today as they take on the Staples-Motley squad. Once again, they're 4-4 on the year. But they played a pretty tough schedule thus far. They got a 6-point win against West Central area, who are ranked ahead of Breckenridge in the section. 65-43, they bested Frazee, a team that Breck played, kind of pretty tight. Hawley, they beat them by 21. Breckenridge, once again, lost to them. And then they lost 4 out of their next 5. A 61-57 loss to to Piers, their 7AA foe for Staples-Motley. They beat Aiken 66-65 before dropping 3 straight. A 64-48 loss to Perm, 53-52 against DGF, and then another conference loss, 70-61 to Barnesville. So 0-3, are on a 3-game losing streak, but so that can tell you that Staples-Motley's going to be hungry coming into this one, trying to pick up a victory on the Cowboys' home floor. And now let's dive into our injury report brought to you by CHI St. Francis as we wrap up the power poll. And for the injury report for today, I believe we got nobody out for the Cowboys. Lucky for them. Nobody out with any injuries or any illnesses or anything like that. So happy to report that that's all we got. We do have one injury report for Staples-Motley, though. They're out without Grant Bestlin, who is out with a back injury, and I am not sure for how long he's out for the entire year or not, because they didn't even give him a number on the roster. So it looks like he's on the roster, but out for the season. So unfortunate for him. But this injury report once again brought to you by CHI St. Francis. Take a really quick break. Come back with your keys to the game, brought to you by Smith Motors in Wapton, as well as your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. You're listening to the Red River Grain pregame show. Second half of a doubleheader between Breckenridge and Staples-Motley coming up next.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Protect your equipment and get rewarded by purchasing premium Cenex lubricants with Cenex gift cards for gallons. You can earn a $50 Visa gift card for every 100 gallons of Cenex diesel engine oils, tractor hydraulic fluids, gear lubes, and greases purchased between now and through February 29th of 2024. Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for qualifying Cenex products and promotion details. Some exclusions apply, and don't forget to ask about the best warranty in the industry, the Cenex Total Protection Plan. Proven durability, powered locally.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wapaton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
And welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. Time for your keys to the game, brought to you by Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Small town friendly, big town deals, Smith Motors in Wahpeton. And you know what I'm going to say for today? Usually it's get off to a hot start, and you know what? I'm just going to assume they get off to a hot start, and it is maintain. If you set the tone right now, do not take your foot off the gas, because I think that's what ended up hurting them against Hawley last time around. You know, they came out and were playing some of the best basketball you've seen from them in the opening minutes of the game, and then I don't know if they got a little complacent when they had the pretty good cushion. I think they were up by about 14, and then it was just kind of all downhill from there. Breckenridge couldn't get anything offensively going against the zone. I'm sure that's something they've been working on a lot this week. So it's going to be, if you get off to a good start, which, like I said, we're just going to pretend we assume they are, that they got to, keep their foot on the gas and be able to maintain and, just not just kind of fizzle out from there and then not be able to get it back going again. So that is my key to the game, brought to you by Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors in Wahpeton. And now it's time for your starting lineups, which are brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. I gotta try to track down their logo here. My apologies. There we go. I'm gonna get fired one day. But anyways, we got our starting lineups once again. And we'll start through Staples-Motley first. They have Alexander Schultz, a senior wearing number 5. Connor Coons, a junior wearing number 10. Josiah Burton, a sophomore, rocking number 20. And then another junior, Eli Rutten, at number 23. And number 32, Avondre Brandt, another junior in this starting 5. So 3 juniors, a senior, and a sophomore in their starting 5. For the Breckenridge Cowboys, they're rolling out their usual lineup with the 1-2-3 boys of J.D. Gomez, Aiden Sanchez, and Cooper Roberts. Those are the numbers, by the way. J.D. Gomez, a senior, wearing number 1. Aiden Sanchez, a sophomore, wearing number 2. And Cooper Roberts, wearing number 3. Roberts, a junior. He's 6'5". Aiden Sanchez, 6'3", and J.D. Gomez, 5'10", respectively. And then we got to throw in Connor Ernst, number 13. He's a 6'1" sophomore in this starting 5. Along with, I'm always almost missing the last one, Levi Christensen. There you are, buddy. I was looking for the big, so you'd think the big would have the bigger number. You're looking on the bottom. But Levi Christensen, number 5, a 6'3" junior in this starting 5 for the Cowboys, and really loves hitting that offensive glass. Fun fact, he actually has more offensive rebounds coming into this game than defensive rebounds, which is crazy. So we'll see what the Breckenridge Cowboys have in store for us when we come back for your opening tip, brought to you by North Dakota State College of Science. You're listening to the Red River Grain pregame show on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
And that will do it for the Red River Grain pregame show. They've been serving the local farmers since 1986, and we're getting ready for some Breckenridge Cowboy basketball. Make sure, folks, to flip over to 1080p. If you are on your phone, all you got to do is hit that little settings gear and hit the viewing settings. You'll figure it out. You're smart. Cooper Roberts wins the opening tip. Almost. It's actually stolen away by Coons and laid in for two. Don't see that very often. Connor Coons flying over to grab the opening tip and laid up for two himself. J.D. Gomez swings over the left corner to Connor Ernst. They try going inside to Levi Christensen. J.D. Gomez scoops it up off the floor. He's got three Cardinals around him. Turns around for an elbow jumper. Kind of forced that one a little bit. And Levi Christensen and Connor Ernst were fighting for the rebound, but Staples-Motley off and running. Playing with some great tempo and getting a good defensive play or defensive effort from Aiden Sanchez over here, but out of bounds off the Cowboys. Connor Coons inbounds it to Eli Rutten. J.D. Gomez guarding. We go back to Coons with Connor Ernst guarding. Looking toward the top of the key, had Josiah Burton cutting over there. Instead, he's going to hand it off to Alexander Schultz. Schultz kicks it over to a wide open Rutten for three, and he knocks it down. Eli Rutten with the triple. Cooper Roberts with the ball. Staples-Motley coming out with some intense pressure. Levi Christensen draws the foul. Going up with the left hand on the right side to draw the foul. .5-0 lead for Staples-Motley to open up this ball game. Levi Christensen trying to get in the scoring column and misses the first free throw. Christensen's next lefty free throw is up and good. 1 for 2 trip. 5-1 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Rutten swings it over to Coons on the left wing. Connor Ernst supplying the pressure. Dropped over to the top of the key. Cowboys sticking with the zone look. My apologies. I believe they're actually in man. Coons kicks it out to the left corner for three. Off the mark. Levi Christensen grabs the board after a couple Cardinals were trying to get their hands on it. Christensen's just going to bring it up himself. Fires it up to Ernst. Ernst swings over to Aiden Sanchez. They go inside to Christensen. Christensen draws another foul. So 2 fouls right off the bat for Josiah Burton. Tough break for the Cardinals, but 31, Noah Larson checking in the ball game. Got some good size on this squad. They get into Cooper Roberts. Roberts at the free throw line looking to face up his defender. Goes to the spin move, but they're ready for that one. Connor Coons played that beautifully. Staples-Motley out and running. Looking to get a shot for Rutten on the left side of the floor. Ernst there to close out. Instead, they're going to get a little short jumper in the right corner from Alexander Schultz for two. Three different Cardinals in the scoring column already. 7-1. Breckenridge trails on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Aiden Sanchez, leading scorer for the Cowboys, him and J.D. Gomez. as Levi Christensen tries going through the defenders and gets called for a travel. Covered a little too much ground with that hop step, evidently. Rudden with J.D. Gomez guarding in the full court. It's over to Rudden, or my apologies, that's Coons. And now a nice cut by Rudden. Throws it up and is fouled. That was a violent fall, but it looks like he's all right. Fouls on Levi Christensen. First foul on him and on the Cowboys as a team, who have only scored 1 point so far. 7-1 they trail. Rudden buried a triple, so you know he's a threat to shoot, but this is the first free throw. I mean, usually it's a good correlation there. If you're good at threes, you're probably good at free throws too. Or the idea, if you're good at free throws, you probably could be good at twos or at threes as well, as that free throw missed. So there goes that theory. 0 for 2 trip, but Staples-Motley showing the good hustle to try to keep it alive, but Breckenridge will take over. 15.5 minutes left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And officials are actually going to talk it over again. And they're going to actually say white ball. All right. Officials talking it over. Got it all sorted out. Coons will inbound by the Breckenridge student section. Hand it off back to Coons now. And Brandt has it. Over to Schultz. Ooh, Levi Christensen has to be careful not to foul there. He's already got one. Aiden Sanchez swiping the steal, looking to go to work with the left hand, but that is swatted for a block by Brandt, and now we got a foul call. Looks like Cooper Roberts is going to get tagged with that one. Avondre Brandt showing some great hustle there. Checking in for their first action. Just like the last game, Jackson Riggs and Charlie Craychaw check in as a duo. Last time they just started dropping in threes when they got in the game. Rudden hands it off to Brandt. Brandt drives by Gomez. Dribble kick to the left corner, and that is rattled in. Larson getting in the scoring column. Jackson Riggs trying to give his squad some offensive juice off the bench. Has it on the left wing. He's going to look to drive, goes to that spin move, and has it stripped away. Was looking for a foul call, didn't get it. And is going to get called for a foul cutting off Coons here. So Jackson Riggs picks up a foul. So on the floor for the Cowboys, Roberts, Gomez, Riggs, Christensen, and Craychaw. They get it into Rudden. J.D. Gomez guarding. Tries to force him left. Picks up his dribble. They're looking for Coons on the basket cut. Breckenridge still looking for their first field goal. We'll see if Jackson Riggs is going to deliver. It goes up for the layup and one! I think he had grand ideas of throwing that one down, but instead he's going to get 3 points instead of 2, even though I'm sure he might want to trade it for the dunk. But Jackson Riggs with the first field goal of the night for the Cowboys. Almost 4 minutes into the ball game. 9-3 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Riggs knocks down the free throw. 9-4, Staples-Motley in the lead. Rudden with J.D. Gomez guarding. Gomez got to watch the hands. Brandt over to Coons. Hard pass fake there. Charlie Craychaw guarding. A good job staying in his stance, but Coons driving by him. Kicks out to the right corner to Brandt. Brandt misses the three, and Riggs trying to get the board, but Cooper Roberts is the one who ends up coming out with it. He's looking to push some tempo. Roberts goes to that spin move, and a charge. Head coach Jordan Christensen is flabbergasted, saying you usually don't see those out of spin moves like that when you're spinning away, but to each their own. Aiden Sanchez will check in for Cooper Roberts, who goes to the bench with 2 fouls. Foul troubles have kind of been a boogaboo for him for this year. And we weren't even 4 minutes into this ball game before he had to go to the bench. So Breckenridge is going to be without a starter for a bulk of the half. As Coons looks to drive by Craychaw, goes off his foot. So Craychaw doing a good job of keeping the pressure. Riggs will inbound it to J.D. Gomez. Gomez dribbles over the right side of the floor. Connor Coons there. Hands it off to Charlie Craychaw. Aiden Sanchez now has it on the left side of the floor. They were looking to flash it to J.D. Gomez. Instead, they skip pass over to Levi Christensen. Aiden Sanchez doing a good job tracking it down. Tried throwing it off of a defender, but missed the defender. Threw it to the Cardinal players, and J.D. Gomez doing a good job poking that one loose on the hop step from Brandt. And Jackson Riggs with the board. Aiden Sanchez feeds it up to J.D. Gomez. Gomez looking to drive. First shot attempt we've seen from him, and it's nothing but net on the three. We got a timeout taken by Staples-Motley. We'll take a quick timeout with them. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. You are listening to Breckenridge Cowboys basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
And welcome back. After that Highcamp Construction timeout, Breckenridge Cowboys trail the Staples-Motley Cardinals 9-7. And a lot of these Cowboys, almost all of them, also played football, so they're looking to get a little revenge from a beatdown they got at the beginning of the football season. As Staples-Motley turns it over. J.D. Gomez hands it off to Logan Church, who's getting his first action of the game. Avery Smith also in. So Breckenridge already have a deeper rotation than they did last game. So we didn't see Logan Church last time around, as J.D. Gomez has his deep two blocked, and they're off and running. Brandt with the two-handed slam. Jackson Riggs gets it up to J.D. Gomez on the right side. Gomez with Rutten guarding. Gets it over to Avery Smith. Smith over to Church. Now Charlie Craychaw trying to figure out what they got running. J.D. Gomez takes a pair of ankles, misses the shot, but Jackson Riggs follows it and has it blocked. And they're going to call a foul, saying he got some wrist on that one. Brandt saying, I'm pretty sure I pinned that one on the glass, buddy. Second foul of Andre Brandt. Let's see if they're going to let him play with the two fouls. Looks like they're going to let him buck. It's Jackson Riggs. Buries his second free throw attempt of the night. Cowboys trail by 3. And keep an eye on Avondre Brandt. They're letting him roll with two fouls. Knocks it down. Jackson Riggs with 5 points early on in this ball game off the bench. 11-9 lead for Staples-Motley. 12:04 left to play in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Avondre Brandt tries dropping it off. Ends up out on the perimeter to Rutten. Rutten kicks out to the left corner to Nelson. Nelson glides through for the layup. It's a nice hang time on that one. Logan Church has it on the right wing. Jackson Riggs going to pull the trigger on the three and off the mark. I think he knew that one was going up before he even got it. Riggs trying to swipe a steal. And Nelson's shot is off the mark. Avery Smith with the board. Head coach Jordan Christensen getting some adjustments for the Cowboys as J.D. Gomez hands it off to Craychaw. Church swings it to the right corner to Avery Smith. Jackson Riggs over to J.D. Gomez. Nice find on the left wing for three. And the celly to boot. J.D. Gomez's second triple of the half. This team is down by 1 as we got a whole new crew of Cowboys coming in, 4 of them. You don't really see the Cowboys substituting squadrons like this, as we got an answer from 3 from Ryan Nealon. We got a fun game so far, folks. Ryan Nealon with the triple. Logan Church has it on the left wing. The lefty finds Jackson Riggs near the top of the key. We'll see if he's looking at a drive. He's thought about the spin move. Instead, he picks up his dribble. Gets a Logan Church for a beautiful cut. What a find. And the lay. And Cowboys. Watch a pass fly out of bounds now. Staples-Motley turns it over. 2-point game. 10:30 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Connor Ernst into the ball game along with Caleb Albertson, who's getting his first action of the season. And Levi Christensen dives down for the loose ball, and a timeout taken by head coach Jordan Christensen. So on the court for the Cowboys, Cooper Roberts playing with 2 fouls, Caleb Albertson, Connor Ernst, Aiden Sanchez, Levi Christensen, assuming they'll all be back when we come back. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM, Breck down by 2.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wapaton. $30 in rebates on the purchase of 3 AC Delco wiper blades. $20 in rebates on the purchase and installation of select AC Delco gold batteries. And $15 in rebates on the purchase and installation of 1 AC Delco cabin air filter and 1 engine air filter. Gear up for winter with these exclusive offers. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Online at smithmotors.com.
And welcome back. After that high camp construction timeout, Breckenridge trailing Staples-Motley 16-14 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cooper Roberts, as we get our first action from Caleb Albertson this season. Levi Christensen with a good body control down there to drop in the short J, and that ties it up. 16 all on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Connor Ernst hunkering down on the perimeter, trying to give Coons some trouble, and he does. Talk about aggressive defense, but then playing a little too hard up allows the back cut. And Nelson, now the leading scorer for his squad off the bench with 6 points. Cooper Roberts trying to go into Christensen, but it's stolen away. Coons pushing the tempo, drops down the pass to the left corner. Nealon thought about it. He's going to go to the floater instead, off the mark. Not a whole lot of float on that. Kind of looked like a laser. Levi Christensen says, let me just take it myself here. Tries to get downhill, sends a defender flying, and that's going to be a charge every time. Levi Christensen trying the bull in the China shop approach, but that's going to be foul number 2. So both Cooper Roberts and Levi Christensen struggling with fouls. They're leaving Roberts in. We still got over half of the half to go. And checking in for his first action of the night for Staples-Motley. It's going to be number 22, Peyton Jers. Coons with the ball. Connor Ernst trying to keep pace. Forces a pickup. Sends it out to the left elbow for the rattled-in jump shot. 2 points for Alexander Schultz with the mid-range pull. Jackson Riggs over to the left wing to Aiden Sanchez. Drops it into Cooper Roberts. Roberts backing down his defender. Goes with the turnaround jumper and rattles it in. I love that fadeaway from Roberts. He's got such a big frame that it's so hard to block. Listed at 6'5". Kicked out to the perimeter. Nealon thought about it. He's going to drive by Albertson, and what a find down low for 2. Got everybody getting in the scoring column for the Cardinals. As Cooper Roberts, and 1! Cooper Roberts just acting like it's another day at the office, you know. Just going through it. Drops it in for 2. Back-to-back buckets for Roberts, once again playing with 2 fouls. And got to mention that last bucket coming from Peyton Jers, if I didn't already. 22-20 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard as Albertson comes out of the game. Avery Smith back in. Roberts' free throw is off the mark, and Jackson Riggs called for the lane violation. Oh, actually a foul. So that's going to be his second foul. So we got 3 Cowboys with 2 fouls. Jackson Riggs with 2 fouls, Levi Christensen with 2 fouls, Cooper Roberts with 2 fouls. Basically, if you're 6 feet or taller, you probably have 2 fouls, unless you're Aiden Sanchez. And good job not picking up a foul there by Riggs, staying straight up. And Cowboys come away with the rebound. J.D. Gomez on the right wing. He's got Rudden guarding him. Riggs has it picked loose, and J.D. Gomez ends up losing his dribble, but is able to track it down. Jackson Riggs hauls it in with one hand like Odell Beckham. Fires a right on point pass to the left corner. Aiden Sanchez, blows the bunny. Don't see that very often, but 22-20. Cowboys continue to trail as Coons with a jump pass out of the left corner for the triple. Ends Jers knocking down the shot. Aiden Sanchez now has it. Drops a perfect pass to Connor Ernst, who shoots a layup. I don't think they got anything on the layup. Kind of sailed it a little bit, but 25-20 with 7:47 left to play in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ernst trying to make up for it by stealing the inbound pass. Misses the layup. J.D. Gomez tracks it down, looking for an open teammate. Instead, he'll just take it out and get the offense set up, unless Aiden Sanchez says something different. Pulls the trigger on a corner 3. Cuts lead back down to 2, 25-23. 7:27 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in this opening half. Coons over to Nealon. Nealon, he's got the green light right off the bench. Avery Smith with the quick hands, pokes it loose. J.D. Gomez running out in transition, goes for the lefty layup, and 1! He's fired up. Coons is saying, I had pretty good position there, buddy. I don't know what happened. J.D. Gomez doing J.D. Gomez things. Ties up the ball game. Could give his squad their first lead of the game here at the free throw. J.D. Gomez trying to give his squad the lead. 25 all, rattles it in. So on the court for the Cowboys, we got J.D. Gomez, Avery Smith, Connor Ernst, Charlie Craychaw, and Levi Christensen. 26-25, Breckenridge taking their first lead with 7:15 left to go in this first half. Staples-Motley came out firing in this one. Built a 9-1 lead out of the gate, if I remember correctly. And Coons is going to get the foul call there. Avery Smith picking up his first foul. And now into the penalty. Staples-Motley will shoot 1 and 1. Coons going through the routine with 7:07 left to play in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Free throws up and good. Coons, first point since he scored the opening bucket of the ball game when he swiped that opening tip. Coons leaves that one a little short, but gets a generous roll, drops in. Staples-Motley back in the lead. J.D. Gomez trying to do something about that. Goes to the crossover, picks up his dribble. Skip pass over to the left corner to Charlie Craychaw. And now they fire the pass down to Ernst, who's looking to find Craychaw on the perimeter, and he knocks down the triple. Charlie Craychaw knocks down the 3. They swing it over to the left corner to Coons. His shot is off the mark, but Staples-Motley with the height advantage down low gets the follow. Charlie Craychaw thought about pulling the trigger on another one, but instead he's going to drive inside. Was looking for a back-cutting Ernst, but the ball's on the floor now. Levi Christensen dives on the floor, and we got a timeout taken by head coach Jordan Christensen. With 6:24 left to play in this opening half. 29 all. You are listening to Cowboy basketball on B92.7 and what has been an exciting start to the ball game.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number one today.
And welcome back to Breckenridge High School. That timeout was brought to you by Highcamp Construction, by the way. 29 all in what has been an absolute blast of a game to start. If you're watching on your phone, make sure to click on that settings and switch it to 1080p. So then you can get the best look you can get as Breckenridge draws the foul. Jers was being a little too aggressive trying to swipe the pass and took out Avery Smith, and into the penalty Breckenridge goes. 1-and-1 free throws for both teams now. Both teams had 17 fouls. Coons will head to the bench. And my apologies. Gotta switch the camera over there possibly. Connor Ernst tracks down the offensive rebound. That's his specialty. Gets kicked out of the perimeter. Avery Smith goes inside to Levi Christensen, and that's foul number 3 on Josiah Burton. You know, that's just an instinct to reach in there. I get it. Put the hand in the cookie jar, try to jar it loose, make something happen, but got to have the awareness when you're playing with 2 fouls already. Tough break for the Cardinals. 6:16 left to go in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, so this is going to be a lot of game time spent in the bonus. Levi Christensen, 1 of 2 at the stripe thus far. See if he'll be shooting 1 or 2 free throws on this trip. Nothing but net on the first one. In there to rebound are Avery Smith and Connor Ernst. It's kind of a small ball lineup for the Cowboys a little bit, with Avery Smith, J.D. Gomez, and Charlie Craychaw all on the floor at the same time. Levi Christensen knocking them both down. Cowboys got 5 points from Christensen so far. He heads to the bench with 2 fouls, and into the game with 2 fouls is also Cooper Roberts. J.D. Gomez guarding Rutten. Craychaw applying some good pressure on the perimeter. They're looking inside to Jers, and Avery Smith doing his darndest to stand straight up. Gets the foul call. And it was one of those things where the guy with the ball kind of spun into the shot. Second foul on Avery Smith. Rutten so far has 3 points. Redeemed himself after that 0 for 2 trip his last time at the stripe. So once again on the floor for the Cowboys, we got Cooper Roberts, Avery Smith, Connor Ernst, J.D. Gomez, and Charlie Craychaw. 2 for 2 trip from Rutten. J.D. Gomez. It's over to Connor Ernst on the right wing. Ernst to Avery Smith near the half-court circle, and he is fouled. That's 3 on Avondre Brandt. That's another tough break for Staples. So 2 guys with 3 fouls for the Cardinals. Avery Smith looking for his first points of the night. Don't see Avery get to show his stuff on offense a whole lot as he misses that free throw. But usually defense, when he comes in, your team just automatically gets better on the defensive end every time he's on the floor. As Coons misses this shot, rebounded by Aiden Sanchez. He gets it to J.D. Gomez. Gomez, the show is on. Hands it off to Cooper Roberts. Roberts trying to get past his defender, gets it to J.D. Gomez. Gomez picked up his dribble, and he's going to throw a little runner from the free throw line, and that's going to be nothing but net. Making something out of nothing. J.D. Gomez into double figures with 11. And Gomez did a good job of trying to sell that foul. And then we got a travel right after. Gomez and Coons kind of had a little collision there. if you guys go back and see that on the YouTube stream, you got to see Gomez try to sell that. That was fun. Jackson Riggs into the ball game, so the Cowboys have 2 players in foul trouble on the floor right now. As Staples already has 2 guys that picked up 3 fouls in the first half, so we'll see if Breckenridge can avoid that. Double stagger screen coming for Charlie Craychaw. They love getting him open looks, and that is why. You see the runaway? Big shot Chuck with his second triple of the game. 36-31 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And a double-double right after the travel on the last possession by the Cardinals. So Breckenridge speeding up their foes a little bit here. As Levi Christensen will head in for Cooper Roberts. So you trade one guy with 2 fouls for another, so Breckenridge just has to be careful. And into the game is Ryan Nealon. So Breckenridge really has to capitalize on these 5 minutes where 2 crucial Staples-Motley players are on the bench with foul trouble. And Breckenridge has to do that while also not letting their guys get into worse foul trouble. See how they can thread that needle. They're looking to go inside to Jackson Riggs. Looking to go with the one-legged step back off the mark. And Aiden Sanchez was the last one to touch that, out of bounds. Head coach Zach Quall for the Staples-Motley Cardinals. In a bit of a sticky situation with guys in foul trouble. Rudden over to Coons. Aiden Sanchez guarding. Coons picks up his dribble, swings it over to the left side. And Rudden gets hacked on the arm on his way to the rack. I believe Aiden Sanchez is going to get this one, and it is. Only the first foul on Sanchez. So far leading the way in scoring for the Cowboys has been J.D. Gomez with 11. Jackson Riggs has got 5, as does Levi Christensen. Oh, and Charlie Craychaw with 6 off the bench of a pair of triples. And Rudden, after bricking the first 2, has made 3 in a row. So it's either he's going to miss them both during a trip or he'll make them both. See if that, that trend continues. Feast or famine at the stripe. And he just likes proving me wrong. He misses this one. So 1 for 2 trip. J.D. Gomez with the ball in his squad up by 4. It's been a very exciting basketball game. Levi Christensen with the ball. Aiden Sanchez picks up his dribble, gets it to Levi Christensen, and ends up traveling. He's a little puzzled on how that ended up being a travel, but it's being a little too quick there. You could hear head coach Jordan Christensen trying to get Jackson Riggs involved in the corner. So don't be surprised if they run a set for him the next time down. Dribble kick to Nealon, who's got a nice pull-up jumper. Shot is off the mark this time, though. Batted to be kept alive, and Levi Christensen is going to pick up the foul. 3 fouls for Levi Christensen, doing his darndest to not make contact, but yeah, if there's contact, they're calling it. So he's got 3 fouls. We got 2 Staples-Motley players with 3 fouls. And Jackson Riggs and Cooper Roberts on the floor with 2. As Rutten's free throw is off the mark. So now he's missed back-to-back. So he missed 2, made 3, and missed 2. I'm done studying the trends. We'll see what this happens. And another 0 for 2 trip. Jackson Riggs with the board. J.D. Gomez swings it over to Aiden Sanchez on the left wing. Sanchez gets it to Cooper Roberts. Roberts with a nice dribble handoff. And the moving screen. Oh, actually a travel. I thought they were calling moving screen there, so Breckenridge dodged a bullet on that one. Charlie Craychaw will get a breather. Logan Church back in the game. Fun to see him get back on the floor after a DNP last game. Those who don't know, that stands for did not play. Now you know. Now you can start using DNPs in casual conversation as J.D. Gomez gets a little too far into the cookie jar for the foul. If he really wants to get into Rutten's head, you got to say you're doing the hack-a-shack approach. Tell him you're fouling him on purpose. That'll get in his head because he's currently missed 3 in a row. So we'll see how this trip goes. He's got 2 guaranteed here. Free throws up and good. Nothing but net to bring that percentage up to 50%. 4 for 8. Looking to get above 500 on this one. Free throws up and off the mark. Staples-Motley ends up tipping it out of bounds. So Rudden's free throw struggles continue. Cowboys up by 3. J.D. Gomez crosses the timeline. Rudden guarding. Gets it to Cooper Roberts, playing with 2 fouls, as is Jackson Riggs, who now has the ball on the post. Defender comes crashing. Riggs goes with the old school hook shot, but off the mark. Kid's got the whole arsenal here. Didn't expect to see that. Tries contesting the jumper, off the mark. Out of bounds off of the Cardinals. Good job of getting into the mix by Logan Church to force a guy to bat that one out of bounds. Avery Smith inbounded to J.D. Gomez. Gomez crosses the timeline. He's got a man on his right side, hands it off to Connor Ernst. Swings it to Aiden Sanchez over to the left wing to Avery Smith. They were looking for Ernst on the flash to the hoop, but batted out of bounds. 3-point game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. They get into Connor Ernst, puts up a 3 from the left corner, off the mark, and rebounded by the Cardinals. Rudden, J.D. Gomez guarding. And Gomez picks up foul number 2. So Charlie Craychaw will check into the game. See who they have taking over the point guard duties once J.D. Gomez comes out. He's just so invaluable there. Whole team kind of takes a little bit of a step back whenever he has to come out, as Rudden misses the first one. I'm telling you, I think they might actually be doing the hack-a-shack on this kid. That's not ideal, but Rudden's next free throw is up and good. Ernst with the ball. His squad down by 2. Feeds it up to Charlie Craychaw on the right wing. He's right in front of the Staples bench. Over to Avery Smith. Aiden Sanchez now has it. Connor Ernst in the left corner. Gets it into a cutting Avery Smith. Smith with a very nice shot fake there to get his defender off the ground and capitalized. So on the floor for Breckenridge, got Charlie Craychaw, Aiden Sanchez, Avery Smith, Connor Ernst, and Cooper Roberts. And Avery Smith misses the free throw, now 0 for 2 at the stripe so far. Missed a 1-and-1 free throw earlier in the ball game. So looking for his first make at the stripe tonight. Jackson Riggs set to check in for the shooter. And shot is good. So Avery Smith into the scoring column. Jackson Riggs back in the ball game. Update on the foul situation. Guys on the floor with 2 fouls. Jackson Riggs. They just took Cooper Roberts out. And then Coons for Staples-Motley is the only player playing with 2 fouls. And could have been 3 if they wanted to go illegal screen on that one, but Rudden picks up his dribble, and head coach Zach Quall takes a timeout to get his team out of that situation. Timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. Once you build with them, you won't build any other way. Highcamp Construction in Wapton. Breckenridge Cowboys currently up 37-34 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and what has been a very exciting affair. Cowboys. We'll take a very quick break. You are listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
And welcome back to Breckenridge High School. Staples-Motley and the Breckenridge Cowboys in an HOL clash. 37-34, Breckenridge leads. Aiden Sanchez trying not to get in foul trouble like everybody else as Coons lays in the layup for two. He's got 5 points on the night. Charlie Craychaw with the ball. Ooh, yeah, that's a pretty clear offensive foul on Craychaw. Throwing the elbow there and trying to force the contact to draw the foul. Well, they're going to call that every time. One-point game as Rutten has the ball. Gets it to Nealon. Nealon picks up his dribble over to Rutten. Rutten with Craychaw guarding, trying not to pick up another foul. Rutten's runner is off the mark. Jackson Riggs tips it up, and Connor Ernst comes down with it. Charlie Craychaw trying to haul it down, but ends up going out of bounds. Tried to haul it in with the one hand by the sideline like a wide receiver, and ended up going out of bounds trying to keep it alive. And we got a foul on Aiden Sanchez before the inbound can even get in. Despite the calls for a 5 call by the entire Breckenridge section. Head coach Jordan Christensen looking for an explanation. Eli Rutten, who just lived at the foul line tonight, has shot more free throws in this first half than most do in a whole game. I got him for 14 free throws already. I could be wrong on that. I'm going to have to tally that up already, but I think I got him for 14 free throws, which is wild. And I think he's made 6 of them. So 6 of 14. It's JD Gomez with the tie ball game, goes up forward with the left hand and draws the foul. 2 shots coming for JD Gomez, give his squad the lead back. You guys probably remember him giving the squad their first lead of the game off that N1. 1:22 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. JD Gomez knocks down the first free throw, nothing but net. JD Gomez sitting on a dozen, game high a dozen. It's going to be a different Staples team in the second half, though, when they get all the guys who are in foul trouble back into the game. They do have 2 guys on the bench with 3 fouls currently. Breckenridge, Levi Christensen has 3 fouls. 2-point ball game. 1:20 left to play in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Avery Smith applying the pressure on Rutten, and JD Gomez coming over to trap and stolen away. Logan Church. Talk about a defensive trifecta between those 3. And Logan Church trying to run out in transition, ends up losing it. JD Gomez is fired up for him, saying, loving what I'm seeing here, buddy. But what I was talking about with the defensive trifecta, Avery Smith, JD Gomez, 2 of the quickest guys you'll find out there, and then Logan Church, always being savvy in the passing lanes with his length and pretty quick himself as well. Nealon gets a ball screen, good pick and roll action, and Nelson almost dropped one of the wildest passes you've ever seen. Instead, he's going to get the ball back and try to lay it in, and gets his own miss. And JD Gomez skies for the rebound despite giving up a lot of height on that. JD Gomez gets downhill, ends up kind of pushing the defender back and getting a little bit of a look at it. Avery Smith, ooh, with the step through and the finger roll. Ooh, Avery Smith with his first field goal. Rutten with his squad down by 4. They can hold for the last shot if they want. 22 seconds to work with. They get in the left corner. It's getting rowdy here in Breckenridge High School as Logan Church is going to get called for the foul. Logan Church, the double nickel, rocking the Eddie House number. As Levi Christensen, Jackson Riggs, and Aiden Sanchez we're going to check in for one. Actually, they're going to go Charlie Craychaw instead of Levi Christensen. Levi had a big smile when they called him back. I think they forgot he had 3 fouls. Rutten's free throw is good. So on the floor, after a new flight of Cowboys into the game, we got J.D. Gomez, Charlie Craychaw, Cooper Roberts, Jackson Riggs, and Aiden Sanchez. I believe 3 of those players have 2 fouls. Actually, 4 of them. J.D. Gomez has also got 2 fouls. So everybody's racking them up today. 2-for-2 trip for Rutten. J.D. Gomez. They're going to hold for the last shot. 10 seconds left. Gets it to Cooper Roberts at the top of the key. Roberts looking to go to work. 5 seconds left. J.D. Gomez getting downhill, sifts through with the hang time. Aiden Sanchez tries following it, but the layup does not drop. 41-39 is your score heading to the locker room. You are listening to Cowboy Basketball on P92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network. What a fun half. Let's dive into the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show.
Earlier this year, Dad mentioned needing to downsize. Well, with Mom gone, the house is just too big. I worry about him being alone too much.
So, getting the rest of the family home for the holidays this year, it was a good time to talk about some healthy alternatives.
Well, the first place that came to mind was Twin Town Villa. So we took a tour, and Dad loved it from the start.
Everything Dad needs is right there at Twin Town Villa. Meals, laundry, best of all, healthy interaction with his neighbors.
If someone you love is ready for a healthy alternative in the new year, stop in and take a tour of Twin Town Villa.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride, we inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Protect your equipment and get rewarded by purchasing premium Cenex lubricants with Cenex gift cards for gallons. You can earn a $50 Visa gift card for every 100 gallons of Cenex diesel engine oils, tractor hydraulic fluids, gear lubes, and greases purchased between now and through February 29th of 2024. Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for qualifying Cenex products and promotion details. Some exclusions apply, and don't forget to ask about the best warranty in the industry, the Cenex Total Protection Plan. Proven durability, powered locally.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
And welcome to the Mid-Cut Ag Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. And what a half that was, 41-39. 41-39 Breckenridge lead against Staples-Motley. And, you know, it was a pretty lopsided first game of this doubleheader, so I think the fans needed this one. 70-27 was the final for the girls' game, by the way. And it's everybody getting in the scoring column. Breckenridge has 8 guys in the scoring column, and Staples-Motley has 8 of their own. So we'll run through the scoring for you as part of our State Farm Stat Report, brought to you by the local State Farm agents, Matt and Amanda Frederick. We'll start off with leading the way with 11 points. Was number 23 for Staples-Motley, Eli Rutten. And I was kind of teasing him a little bit because he was, wasn't knocking down as many free throws as he probably liked. But this is a first for me. I have never in my life seen a high school basketball player shoot 16 free throws in a half. I think that's a first for me. But he shot 16 free throws in the opening half, and he's a guard, which makes it kind of crazy. But he made 8 of them, so Breckenridge kind of dodged a bullet there. They could definitely be, in about a 3-point deficit here, or a 2-point deficit the other way if he was making more of these free throws. But Eli Rutten leading the way with 11 points, 8 of 16 at the stripe, and has also hit a triple. 6 points apiece from Noah Larson and Connor Coons. I really like what I saw from Noah Larson coming off the bench for this squad, giving some good energy, and they're in a pretty good spot for the rest of this year if that's your 6-man. But anyways, back to the game. 5 points from number 22, Peyton Jers off the bench, hit a big 3 during that half. Oh, forgot about Connor Coons with 6 points. 4 points for number 5, Alexander Schultz. And then 3 points from, fittingly, number 3, Ryan Neeland. And then a couple points from number 20, Josiah Burton, as well as number 32, Avondre Brandt. He only has 2 points, but they came on an awesome dunk. So, they were a memorable 2 points. And then for Breckenridge, once again, 8 guys in the scoring column for them. Leading the way was J.D. Gomez, once again, 13 points from the senior leader on this squad. 6 points off the bench for Charlie Craychaw off a pair of triples. 5 points each from Levi Christensen and Jackson Riggs. 4 points for Cooper Roberts. 3 from Avery Smith. 3 from Aiden Sanchez as well. So they're going to want to see that go up if they're going to have some success tonight. And then 2 points from Logan Church off that beautiful find on his cut to the hoop. So Breckenridge, that's a pretty balanced attack with 8 guys getting in the scoring column. Connor Ernst, I believe, the only Cowboy who has not scored yet, who has seen the floor for Breckenridge. So we'll see if he can, maybe get a putback or a free throw or something like that here in the second half. That's a look at your State Farm Stat Report. By the way, we better catch you guys up on fouls right now because Levi Christensen currently sitting on 3 fouls, and that is massive for Breckenridge if they're going to be without him for a bulk of this second half. But he's not the only one with 3 fouls because also picking up 3 fouls was Avondre Brandt, as well as, got to make sure to double check the number, 20, Josiah Burton, also picking up 3 fouls. So keep an eye on that. Jackson Riggs playing with 2 fouls. Aiden Sanchez, JD Gomez, I think everybody's almost got 2 fouls. Cooper Roberts has 2 fouls as well. So we'll see if those end up becoming a factor here in the second half. Yeah, I just looked up the scoreboard. The only person who doesn't have 2 fouls that started was Connor, I believe. So we'll see if Breckenridge can maybe try to clean up that part at least as far as, having to take guys out of the game because they're, just hacking a little bit too much. So we'll see how that's going to go. We'll take our quick break here on the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live. 41-39, Breckenridge leads at half.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
And welcome back. After the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, we have a 41-39 Breckenridge lead. And inbounding is going to be Cooper Roberts to JD Gomez. Gomez swings it over to Aiden Sanchez on the left wing. Sanchez guarded by Avondre Brandt. He's playing with 3 fouls. JD Gomez gets the pass on the right wing. Nice drop-off pass to Cooper Roberts, who is not able to lay it in. Hung on the rim for like a full second. Coons out and running in transition. Pulls it back out, gets it to Avondre Brandt. Thought about it. Instead, he's going to try a wraparound pass off the drive, and none doing. Breckenridge comes up with the stop. JD Gomez trying to run the offense, goes to the behind the back. Swings it over to Aiden Sanchez in the right corner. See if they're going to try to get him isolated. Instead, they're going to overload that side. Let Levi Christensen get the isolation, and he makes him pay. Good play design there to get Levi Christensen one-on-one on the left side. He is left-handed after all. Got to remember that. Rutten, who shot 16 free throws in the first half, gets it over to Avondre Brandt. Brandt going to drive by Aiden Sanchez. Kicks it over to Coons, who swings it to Rutten. Brandt's 3 is off the mark. And great ball movement sets up Rutten again. He knocks down the triple. 14 points for Rutten. Cooper Roberts trying to beat the defense back, and he does. Heads up play to get the layup in transition. Cowboys now lead by 3 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Rutten with Ernst guarding. Picks up his dribble at the free throw line. Hands it off to Coons, who gets it to Brandt. Avondre Brandt looking to go to work. Kicks it out to Coons in the left corner. Back up to Rutten. They like running this kind of triangle action between the 3 of them, and JD Gomez going to haul in the rebound. Cooper Roberts now with the ball. Over to JD Gomez. Thought about driving. Levi Christensen He's going to go to work in the paint instead. Working against a guy with 3 fouls, making 4 fouls. Trying to get him on an island, back-to-back possessions, and the first one was a layup, and the second one was drawing a foul. So a heads-up play there by Christensen. 3 for 4 at the stripe thus far. Free throw's good. 46-42 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Christensen's next free throw is up and off the mark. Rudden with the ball. Aiden Sanchez riding him up the court. Coons is going to line up a 3 from the left corner and knock it down. Connor Coons with 9 points on the night. Cuts the lead to 1. JD Gomez trying to answer with the left, and he does! JD Gomez got a very generous spin on that at the last second. Unless there's a ghost in here that bounced that one up in, which is fine. JD Gomez trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play, and he does. 16 points for the senior point guard. As once again, I know I've said this a million times, it's been a godsend for the Cowboys this year. Exactly what they needed. Brandt, it's over to Rudden at the top of the key. Rudden is looking to drive by Ernst, picks up his dribble. Back out to Brandt. And what a steal from Cooper Roberts. Almost a steal, I should say. Ends up going out of bounds. Oh, I thought he picked that perfectly. Right place, right time, but not the result they were looking for, as Coons will try to inbound to Rudden. And, Ernst was trying to swipe it away and ended up getting a little piece of the wrist there. And checking in will be the 6th and 7th men, Charlie Craychaw and Jackson Riggs. The pair combined for 11 points in the first half. Craychaw burying a couple triples, and Riggs getting a few points at the free throw line along with a layup. That was an and one, actually. Craychaw guarding Rudden. Rudden kind of stumbles a little bit, but gets to the cup and ends up not rattling it in. So I don't know if it's good news or bad news, but Rudden's got 2 free throws coming. Excuse me. Once again, shot 16 free throws in the opening half. We'll see what number 23's got in store for this second half, how many times he's going to get to the line. And not a good start. Rudden. All right, now looking to get back to 50%. And he does. So 1 for 2 trip. Right on the average for tonight. Now 9 for 18 as Jackson Riggs, that might have got tipped on that three-pointer. Connor Coons with the ball, looking to get out and run. And Rudden drops in the layup with a little bit of contact to boot, but no foul call. Breckenridge with Cooper Roberts on the left wing. Roberts hands it off to Aiden Sanchez. Sanchez, only 3 points thus far. Levi Christensen looking to go for another post-up. Going against a man with 4 fouls. Goes to that spin move, and they give it to him. We'll see if they're going to go with Brandt this time, actually. So that would be foul number 4 on him. So Levi Christensen trying to be a free throw merchant here in the second half. Nelson's going to check in. They got 2 guys out there playing with 4 fouls, so Christensen knocks the first one down. Avondre Brandt will get a breather. As they've basically been playing with one hand tied behind their back with how Breckenridge has been racking up fouls today. Levi Christensen. His 6th free throw of the night, and good. 4 for 6. Or my apology, that was his 8th free throw. He's 6 for 8. Not exactly on Rutten's numbers, but 10 more of them, they'll be dead even. Rutten kicks over to the right wing to Coons. Connor Coons drives into the paint, gets it out to Rutten. Rutten is, with the exception of Coons' 3 that he had, Rutten scored all the points so far here in the second half. He's going to try to add to it. Floater's off the mark and rebounded by Nelson. Good kick out to Coons for a 3. His shot is off the mark. Nelson with another offensive rebound. Levi Christensen grabs the board this time around. Christensen to Aiden Sanchez. Oh, Nelson might have got hurt on that one. JD Gomez wide open. Little hop step to the reverse layup. Make sure to put that left hand up there. Hold it up. JD Gomez with a flick of the wrist. He's got 18 points. I don't know how he gets some of those to drop at those angles. Nelson makes the extra pass over to Coons. Smart play, but shot is off the mark. JD Gomez trying to capitalize. And look at the hang time on that one, but isn't able to get the left-handed layup to drop. And now Levi Christensen diving for the loose ball is going to pick up the foul. Christensen's 4th foul. Cooper Roberts will likely check in for him. And Avery Smith coming in for Aiden Sanchez. So JD Gomez, Cooper Roberts, those are the 2 lone starters on the floor, along with Charlie Craychaw, Avery Smith, and Jackson Riggs. Rutten running the point with Charlie Craychaw, trying to force him left. Rutten picks it up at the left elbow and kicks it out the left corner to Staples. Staples is number 5. I believe that's Schultz. And it looks like we got a travel call. Jackson Riggs got on the floor for the loose ball. His teammates trying to pick him back up. All right, white ball. Not sure what's taking so long on it, but Rutten is ready to rock on the inbound. 5-point game, Breckenridge in the lead with 13:05 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. They get it into Schultz. Schultz swings around the perimeter, now into the right corner, Rutten. He's looking for Coons for a wide open triple. Nothing but net! Connor Coons with a dozen. Knocked down 2 triples this half, and we got a 2-point ball game. Jackson Riggs going to try to answer with a 3 of his own. Off the mark. Rebounded by Coons. Would be surprised if we get to see him pull a heat check here pretty soon here. Gets it over to Nelson. Nelson with the dribble kick. And, I was going to say Jackson Riggs. That would have been a pretty blatant foul to get away with, but a little late whistle. Foul number 3 on Riggs. First free throw is no good. Nelson looking for his first point of the second half. And it's good. Cuts the lead to 1. JD Gomez dribbles over to the left side of the floor and has the pass tipped. Was looking for Avery Smith on the left side. Avery Smith inbounding right next to his head coach, Jordan Christensen. Smith sending it to JD Gomez with Coons guarding. It's been a fun matchup between Connor Coons and JD Gomez. As Cooper Roberts is going to try the elbow jumper off the mark. Avery Smith keeps it alive. What a hustle play from him. And 2 free throws coming. Getting rewarded for the attentiveness on the offensive glass. Avery Smith with 3 points. 1 for 3 at the stripe so far, so he's going to try to turn it around there here in the second half. And gets the generous roll. They're hitting the front of the rim, and Aiden Sanchez comes into the ball game. Logan Church also has entered. So Charlie Craychaw and Jackson Riggs come out of the ball game. Smith's free throw off the mark, and look at that hustle to try to keep it alive. And Smith trying to force another turnover. Look at that kid's hustle. And then he's back up and at it again. Connor Coons trying to capitalize on the chaos. They get over to Nelson. Nelson ends up, he was trying to sail out of bounds to throw a pass, and they're saying J.D. Gomez is the one who actually forced him out of bounds. Debatable, but third foul on J.D. Gomez. And this is that defensive trifecta we were talking about earlier with J.D. Gomez along. Oh, that's going to be his fourth foul. Trying to swipe away the inbound pass. Oh, that's a big foul for the Cowboys, who are only up by 2. So after J.D. Gomez's fourth foul, he heads to the bench with his squad up by 2. Gonna have to keep note of that. Schultz swings it over to the left wing. Down to the left corner. Now they go to Coons, looking to operate out of the left elbow area. Coons gonna put up a tough mid-range jumper. Good defense there by Craychaw, but Nelson with another offensive rebound, and Staples-Motley continuing to take advantage of the height advantage with another offensive rebound. And now their shot is off the mark, and Cooper Roberts picks up foul number 4. We don't need to talk about foul trouble with Staples-Motley's post Josiah Burton. He's been dealing with it all game. Playing with 4 fouls and goes through the routine. First free throw is good. So Aiden Sanchez, Jackson Riggs, Connor Ernst, Avery Smith, and Charlie Craychaw on the floor. None of them with 4 fouls, so that's an encouraging sign. Riggs is playing with 3. And both free throws good to tie this ball game up. 54 all with 11:30 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Craychaw tries getting it to Aiden Sanchez. Ill-advised pass, but tied up for a jump ball by Sanchez and Rudden. Jump ball, possession arrow goes to the Cardinals. Rudden will get the inbound from Nealon from the Breckenridge student section, which has grown exponentially since the first half of the girls' game. Well, they did take in the whole girls' roster, plus a lot of other people who maybe had other stuff going on. So, ooh, a nice pick and roll there to free themselves up for a layup, and Staples-Motley takes the lead. And Breckenridge trying to answer. Charlie Craychaw throws a pass in the left corner. Aiden Sanchez to Jackson Riggs. Nice little hop step and mid-range jumper off the mark from Riggs. Doing a good job not picking up foul number 4, though. 10:50 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Nelson with a hard take and 1. Noah Larson. Might have accidentally been calling him Nelson this whole game. My apologies, Noah Larson. Connor Ernst tagged with the foul, which is actually good news for Breckenridge because it looked like that was Jackson Riggs' 4th, but instead it's just Connor Ernst's 2nd. As Larson enters double figures with the free throw. Charlie Craychaw feeds it into Avery Smith, giving up a lot of height in the post, but he's going to go up anyways. You don't see that very often. Avery Smith with the bully ball lay-in. He's got 3 in each half, 6 on the night. Cowboys now down by 3. Schultz trying to pull the trigger on a 3. Off the mark, rebounded by Jackson Riggs. Fires a fastball down the court. Charlie Craychaw looking for a transition 3. Got it! And then there's a foul right after on Staples-Motley. So we're going to get a 4-point play out of this. Avery Smith fouled under the basket. Gotta love a transition three. And looks like they're gonna keep it here. I thought you get a bonus free throw with that, but they're gonna say it was after the free throw, or after the shot went down. So Breckenridge just gets the ball. Jackson Riggs gets the inbound and tries laying it in with the hook shot off the mark. 59 all off that Charlie Craychaw transition three to tie it up. Coons, or Nealon trying to answer with a three of his own. That's the second time him and Craychaw have traded threes. You know Craychaw's going to want to get another one now. Goes into Riggs in the post. Jackson Riggs going to back down the defender. Goes to that step back with a left leg and rattles it in. Craychaw and Riggs, they seem to feed off each other pretty well when they come in together. 1 point game, Breckenridge trailing on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, 62-61. Two guys on the bench with 4 fouls for the Cowboys, and Staples-Motley is starting to get hot on the threes. Larson buries the corner three this time around. Charlie Craychaw getting it down to Avery Smith. Avery Smith trying to capitalize with the man in foul trouble. Shot is blocked. It makes a lot more sense why he was going for that, trying to attack the taller defender. He was trying to draw a foul. And we got a timeout taken by the Cardinals. It looks like Levi Christensen and J.D. Gomez will be checking in the ballgame with 4 fouls. We'll take a quick break with 9:04 left to play in the ballgame. You are listening to Breckenridge Cowboys basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
And welcome back to Breckenridge High School. Staples-Motley with a 4-point lead, 65-61, and a wide open back cut and a beautiful drop off to Larson for 2. 6-point lead for Staples-Motley on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, 67-61. Aiden Sanchez. Skip pass over to the right wing to Cooper Roberts. Roberts with a jab, step, and go. Takes it back out, gets it to Levi Christensen. Aiden Sanchez gets a ball screen. He's going to step back for a 3 on the right side of the floor. Leaves it short. Sanchez still stuck on 3 points on the night. They got to find a way to get him going if it's going to be a mismatch inside or something. As Brandt with a nice dribble kick out to the right side. Rudden kicks it out to Brandt in the left corner. Brandt, oh, with a beautiful spin, and then ends up missing the shot. That'd have been one for the highlight reel as J.D. Gomez swings it over to Aiden Sanchez, now to Cooper Roberts in the left corner. Skip pass to Levi Christensen. Christensen kind of picked it off. I think it was actually intended for Aiden Sanchez, and he draws the foul. One of the only posts for this squad who isn't in foul trouble is Larson. That's just his first. He said, I don't know why you guys just don't stop fouling. I haven't done it once today. There it is. There's his first. 6-point game. Levi Christensen so far is, after that free throw make, he is 7 for 9. My count. As Avery Smith checking in the game for Aiden Sanchez. Christensen Leaves this free throw short. So 7 for 10 at the line he is. And Rutten, after living at the free throw line in the first half with 16, he has only shot 2 free throws since. They swing it over to the right wing to Rutten. He's had a busy day. He's looking to drive on Roberts. Kicks it out to Nealon, who's knocked down a couple triples. Out to Brandt. Brandt takes the 3 with the feet not set. Jackson Riggs launches the fastball down to Cooper Roberts. Now they're looking to go inside to Levi Christensen. Christensen has a shot blocked, but is able to have the hand-eye coordination to grab it again and lay it in. You can tell these Staples-Motley players are just doing everything they can to not pick up another foul, and it's really hurting them on the interior. See if the Cowboys keep attacking. Nealon with the ball. J.D. Gomez guarding. Now swung over to Brandt in the left corner. Brandt looking to drive on Jackson Riggs. Cooper Roberts did a good job cutting him off. Shoots the shot off the 1 foot, but off the mark. It's been hard for Brandt to establish a rhythm when he's been in foul trouble all game. 3-pointers off the mark. Jackson Riggs gets it and goes. Riggs looking to get downhill with the left-handed layup and drops it in. Coast to coast, Jackson Riggs cuts the lead to 1. Cowboys need a stop. J.D. Gomez can't reach. He's playing with 4 fouls. They're looking to set up Brandt. Now they're looking to go back to Rutten for a 3. Off the mark, Levi Christensen with the board. Cowboys can take the lead on this possession. Jackson Riggs, we'll see if he's going to be the guy to do it. Puts up a floater with the right hand. Off the mark, Levi Christensen tries to grab the board. Gets on the floor for it, but the Cardinals come away with it. Good play by Larson to come out with that. 1-point game, 67-66 Staples-Motley lead, and the Cardinals will take a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout with them. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. You are listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live for the i3G Sports Network.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
All right, buckle up, folks. We got 6:01 left to go. 67-66, Staples-Motley in the lead. Breckenridge Cowboys were up by up by 2 at halftime. It's been a very competitive HOL clash between these squads. Yes, Staples-Motley now in the HOL. Looking to get back above 500. They're 4-4 on the year at this point of the year, and we got a foul on the ground. We'll see who it's going to be on. And it's on Avery Smith. I believe that's his 4th. 3rd foul on Smith, actually. So 1-and-1 free throws coming for Rutten. Rutten, so far 9 for 18 on the day. You heard that right. He shot 18 free throws. That's pretty wild. He's got free throw number 19 coming. We'll see if it's going to be 20 after that. And he knocks down the first one to earn a second. And more importantly, has increased his team's lead to 2 points. Rutten's next free throw is good as well. A 2-for-2 trip. J.D. Gomez looking to answer with his squad down by 3. Gomez getting downhill. What a dribble kick to set up Aiden Sanchez's corner 3, which rolled around about 3 times before it finally rolled out. Levi Christensen has had a second half to remember today. Check back into the ball game. Staples-Motley getting an open look after the great ball movement. And now we got a foul on Larson. Avery Smith. That one's not going to show up on the box score, but Avery Smith getting a body on a man to force the foul, force the over back. Excuse me, folks. Too much excitement. So heading to the stripe is Avery Smith. Smith is currently 2 for 5 at the line. So some room for improvement by his standards, I'm thinking. He's got one free throw coming. And he knocks it down to earn a second. Cuts the lead to 2. Levi Christensen and J.D. Gomez both playing with 4 fouls. Oh, Christensen had to be careful on that one not to pick up a foul. 2-point game after the missed free throw, 69-67. Staples-Motley in the lead. Rutten over to Brandt. Brandt is going to fire a 3 on the left side and rattle it in. Brandt now up to 5 points. Once again, has struggled with foul trouble all night, so we haven't really seen much of him, and Avery Smith's going to get called for the travel. Charlie Craychaw will spell Avery Smith. 5-point game. Breckenridge down 72-67 with 4:55 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, which has been a very evenly matched battle between these squads. Picked up the dribble, and now swung over to Brandt on the right side. Brandt's going to drive in, kick it out to the left corner to Rutten. Rutten drives inside, and his layup is off the mark, but he gets the follow and lays it in for 2 more. Jackson Riggs kind of high-fived him there, but got away with one. So Breckenridge catches a break, but they trail by 7. J.D. Gomez trying to do something about that. Kicks it out to the left corner. Aiden Sanchez knocks down the triple. He didn't hit it the last time, but J.D. Gomez said, don't worry, I'm going to find you again. Knocks down the corner triple. Sanchez trying to see if that'll give him some energy on defense as well. Seen just a lot of fun matchups tonight as J.D. Gomez got a block out on that one as Coons misses the 3 after tracking out his own miss. Charlie Craychaw was wide open in the left corner. Thought they were going to try to feed it up to him for another transition bucket, but Jackson Riggs is going to take a 3 and set him bank it in. He didn't call bank, but he'll take it. He threw up the arms like, not what I meant to do, but I love it. 1-point game. Coons trying to get downhill, kicks it out to a wide open shooter. Rutten knocks it down for 3. What an answer. Staples-Motley, that's kind of been their MO. Every time they give up a big 3, they take the momentum right back. And now the left-handed layup from J.D. Gomez. Cuts the lead to 2. 77-75 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Timeout taken by the Cowboys with 3:16 left to go. This is an absolute battle here in Breck. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
And welcome back. We are in a high camp construction timeout, but let me just get you caught up. We have a 77-75 ball game. Both teams have been lighting it up tonight. A lot of guys have been doing it. Both teams got at least 8 guys in the scoring column, and they're both doing it in both halves. Rutten's kind of leading the way for Staples-Motley, but they got a balanced attack going. And then Breckenridge kind of getting led by Levi Christensen and J.D. Gomez here in the second half. Oh, can't forget about Jackson Riggs. He just hit double figures with that bank 3. He's sitting on a dozen. So on the floor for Breck, they're sticking with 4 of their 5 starters, but Jackson Riggs in for Connor Ernst. This is kind of what they're looking at being, I think, their closing lineup for this year. Breckenridge Cowboys are looking to get out on the shooter, but they got a wide open triple and they bury it. 7 points for Alexander Schultz. His first triple of the night. Gets the lead back up to 5. Jackson Riggs goes inside to Levi Christensen, and there's a foul on the floor on Schultz. So 1 free throw coming for Christensen potentially 2. Little 5-on-5 violence there. As Levi Christensen heads to the stripe, where he has been a frequent flyer today. Free throw number 7 for this second half. And his 11th as he knocks this one down. His 11th attempt for the game. Now here comes number 12. And that one rattles out. So 8 for 12 at the line for Christensen so far. And it remains a 2-possession game, pending a 4-point play. 80-76 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Coons with the ball. Over to Schultz. We're getting one of those games that you just don't want to end. Even though you want to know who wins, you just don't want to get to an end of it because it's so fun. But Brandt with the ball. Jackson Riggs guarding. Over to Rudden. Rudden looking to drive by Gomez. Gomez forces him left, and they leave Schultz way too open for that 3. And then there's a foul right after the fact. But the basket will count. So the triple will count. Back-to-back threes from Schultz. So Josiah Burton has fouled out of the ball game. And now with Breck down by 7 with 2:17 left to play, Aiden Sanchez has 1, potentially 2 free throws coming. Sitting on 6 points. And he misses it. Rebounded by the Cowboys. Jackson Riggs hauls it down. Kicks it out to Cooper Roberts, who's open for the 3. Didn't want it. Roberts goes with the step back instead, and we got a little bit of a tangle up down low. I'm not sure who's getting picked up with the foul here. So now Sanchez back at the stripe. Looks like Rudden tackled someone out of bounds, evidently. Got a little tied up there. So Sanchez will get another chance at a free throw. This time it's 2 free throws. Knocks down the first. Sanchez sitting on 7 points. Cowboys down 83-77. And Sanchez rattles it around and gets it to drop. Connor Ernst will sub in for Levi Christensen. Little offense-defense substitution as Connor Ernst, Avery Smith, J.D. Gomez, Jackson Riggs, and Aiden Sanchez all on the floor with their team down 83-78 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Avery Smith trying to pick the pocket of Rudden. Has to try to do it without fouling. They get over to Brandt on the left wing. Connor Ernst guarding. Up to Larson. Doing a good job being patient, taking a lot of time off the clock. They get it over to Schultz in the right corner. Schultz drives baseline. Kicks it out to Coons, and Coons sails the pass. Brandt is able to pick it up using that length. Swings it out to the left corner to Larson. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Brandt has to go with the turnaround. Beautiful turnaround. Does not get the roll, though. And Larson follows it and lays it in for 2. Monster second half for Larson. 7-point ball game. J.D. Gomez trying to answer with a triple off the back iron. And Cowboys are not able to track down the rebound, and J.D. Gomez fouls out of the ball game. $1:20 left to go. 85-78. It looks like Staples is going to be able to put this one away at the line. Pending everything going right for the Cowboys over the next minute and 20 seconds. J.D. Gomez fouls out. Kind of leaves them without a point guard at this point, but we'll see. They got Levi Christensen on the floor, Cooper Roberts, Jackson Riggs, Aiden Sanchez, and Avery Smith. Larson, he's got a pair of free throws coming. This is the first. Noah Larson's had a very strong second half. and was a solid fill-in as well in the first half. So it's a pretty nice luxury to have a guy who can come off your bench and give you 17 in the post. 4 guys in double figures for Staples-Motley, and make it 18 now off of that free throw. Aiden Sanchez gets it up to Jackson Riggs. Riggs gets a ball screen from Christensen, puts up the triple, off the mark. Rebounded by the Cardinals. Larson with the ball. Larson ends up losing the ball, though. And then Rutten gets it, and tied up with him is Levi Christensen. We got a foul on him instead. Levi Christensen picks up foul number 5. So back-to-back, Levi Christensen and J.D. Gomez fouling out of the ball game. As Staples-Motley looking to put this one away at the free throw line. Rutten shooting free throws number 19 and 20, I believe. Knocks down the first. All right, free throw number 2 incoming. Rutten having a much better second half this time around percentage-wise. Jackson Riggs with the ball, looking to get downhill. Goes with the left hand, and look at that hang time on that before laying in the layup. They get inbounded to Brandt, trying to force a turnover. Coons with the ball. As Aiden Sanchez gets a hand on it, flies into the bench. J.D. Gomez hops up to try to haul it down when his teammates trying to still keep it in play. 88-80 with 46.8 seconds left. Staples-Motley just, oh my goodness. All right, Connor Ernst was able to get the foul. It was kind of weird. I've never seen someone have to hang on that long for a foul. Rutten at the line. Free throws number 21 and 22. He's only missed once at the stripe so far in the second half. Knocks this one down. Free throw number 22. Up to 27 points. Sanchez gets it over to Jackson Riggs. Riggs launches a 3 from the left side and off the mark, rebounded by Brandt. And 10-point game, 30 seconds left. Looks like the Cowboys are done fouling, or Avery Smith is going to actually go swipe a steal instead. And Smith draws the foul. Foul on Rutten. Avery Smith will get an opportunity to bring his free throw percentage back up. So far, 3 for 7 on the day at the line. Now 4 for 8. Avery Smith trying to tack on another one in this high-scoring affair. Both teams so far combining for 171 points. And Avery Smith rolls in another one. 8-point ball game. 25 seconds left to play. Cowboys still sending in some new players as Avery Smith had a good shot at swiping that one, but Coons was able to come away with it. Now it gets tied up for a jump ball. It's like possession arrow does go to the Cowboys, but they're down by 8 with 14 seconds left. So let's see what they can do with it. They launch a pass down the floor to Avery Smith, who goes through and tries dropping it off to Logan Church, ends up getting it back and missing the layup. So, my apologies. Didn't bring it over with the camera. You guys missed the final missed layup of the day, but our final score, Staples-Motley coming up with a win in Breckenridge, 90-82. And a fantastic track meet of a ball game. I'm excited for round 2 between these squads. This is going to be fun. But 90-82 your final once again on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And we'll take a quick break. Come back with your State Farm Style Report brought to you by the local State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM. Miller Realty postgame show coming up next.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wapaton. $30 in rebates on the purchase of 3 AC Delco wiper blades. $20 in rebates on the purchase and installation of select AC Delco gold batteries. And $15 in rebates on the purchase and installation of 1 AC Delco cabin air filter and 1 engine air filter. Gear up for winter with these exclusive offers. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Online at smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number one today.
Earlier this year, Dad mentioned needing to downsize. Well, with Mom gone, the house is just too big. I worry about him being alone too much.
So, getting the rest of the family home for the holidays this year, it was a good time to talk about some healthy alternatives.
Well, the first place that came to mind was Twin Town Villa. So we took a tour, and Dad loved it from the start.
Everything Dad needs is right there at Twin Town Villa. Meals, laundry, best of all, healthy interaction with his neighbors.
If someone you love is ready for a healthy alternative in the new year, stop in and take a tour of Twin Town Villa.
And welcome to the Miller Realty postgame show. 90-82, your final score. Staples-Motley coming up with the victory in Breckenridge in a very high-scoring game. Breckenridge went for 41 in each half. Staples-Motley trailed by 2 at halftime at 39 points, and then blew up for 51 in the second half. So what an effort from them, outscoring the Cowboys 51-41 in a track meet of the second half. And let's run through the State Farm stat report. I got a lot of scoring to run through here. Better make sure my numbers are relatively accurate beforehand. And we'll just roll with it. They might be a little off, but that's all right. Leading the way with for Staples-Motley, shooting 22 free throws on the day and ending up with 28 points, was Eli Rutten. Just absolutely lived at the foul line. Shot 18 free throws in a half. I've never seen that in my life. Or was it 16 free throws in a half? Well, yeah, it was. 8 of 16 in the first half, which was crazy. But 18 points off the bench from Noah Larson. I don't know if he's going to be coming off the bench in another week. He did a fantastic job off the bench for them. 10 points for number 5, Alexander Schultz. Another 10 points for Connor Coons. And then we got 8 off the bench coming from, or actually Josiah Burton had 8 in the starting lineup. 6 points from number 3, Ryan Nealon, off a pair of triples. And then 5 points apiece from Avondre Brandt, as well as number 22, Peyton Jers. So I think I got everybody on there. We got 8 guys in the scoring column for Staples-Motley. We also got 8 guys in the scoring column for the Cowboys. And leading the way for Breckenridge with 20 points was J.D. Gomez. He was followed by 14 by Levi Christensen. A bulk of those come in the second half. 9 of them come in the second half. Jackson Riggs also had a 9-point second half after a 5-point first half, just like Levi Christensen to get his 14 points. 9 points from Charlie Craychaw, pulling the trigger on a few triples, including one big one in transition to tie the game up in the second half. 8 points from Aiden Sanchez, and then can't forget about Avery Smith. I almost missed out on his stats. I got him for 9 on the night as well to match Craychaw's 9. Cooper Roberts had 6. I believe I might have already mentioned Aiden Sanchez with 8. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Logan Church with 2. So we got 8 guys in the scoring column for the Cowboys, with 3 of them hitting double figures, 2 of them just on the cusp of it with 9 apiece. So very balanced scoring effort from the Cowboys, and I really liked what I saw from them, how they shared the ball, and once again, ended up not coming up with the victory, but very high scoring game and really fun to watch too, if that's your kind of basketball, which definitely is for me. So 90-82, the final once again. Breckenridge falling short to Staples-Motley. We'll take a really quick break here. Come back with your play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency, as well as your player of the game, brought to you by Essentia Health, here with you. You're listening to the Miller Realty postgame show on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live for the i3G Sports Network.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
And welcome to the Miller Realty Postgame Show here on B92.7 FM and live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live for the I3G Sports Network. And for play of the game, we got a lot of good options. We got some really good N1s. I know that Jackson Riggs got a cool N1 to drop. JD Gomez had one or two that were pretty nasty, including one that gave them the lead in the first half. It was their first lead of the game when he got that in transition with 7:15 and then knocked down the free throw to give his squad the lead. So, that was a good contender. But you know what? I'm going to go with that three that I was talking about from Charlie Craychaw in transition because that was as good as the momentum felt here in the building after that one. A transition three, those are always going to get everybody going crazy. So that was really fun to see Craychaw knock that one down. His third triple of the game as well. So that was fun to see him, knock down a few of those. That would be, good enough for player of the game if I didn't see such a good effort out of Levi Christensen, especially in the second half. And I really loved how he was attacking the guys who were in foul trouble and playing a smart brand of basketball to kind of, tie their hands a little bit down low and put them in a situation where they couldn't really foul. And at the same time, we're trying to defend it, but just, we're doing their darndest not to pick up any fouls. So I thought that Levi Christensen saw a lot of good things out of him in the second half. First half too, but especially the second half, I liked what he was bringing to the table. So he's my pick for player of the game, brought to you by Essentia Health, here with you once again, and that'll do it for our broadcast. Thank you so much for tuning in to the doubleheader. The Breckenridge Cowgirls picking up a lopsided victory. If you guys missed out on that one, you can go watch that on the beginning of this stream. 70-27 was the final there, and then the final in this one once again was 90-82. Breckenridge falling to the Staples-Motley Cardinals here in this HOL battle, and we'll get back at it again next week. I know the Cowboys got another couple doubleheaders next week. They got one in DGF, or that I'm going to be covering on Thursday night next week, and then they got another doubleheader. It might be a little thing we call the border battle. Yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. Make sure to tune in for all of the games that we got lined up next week. And keep following the Cowboys and Cowgirls all year. It's been a fun one so far. Let's keep this winter rolling in 2025. And final score once again: Breckenridge Cowgirls picking up a victory in the first half of the doubleheader, 70-27. Breckenridge Cowboys falling 90-82 against Staples-Motley. You've been listening to Breckenridge Cowgirls and Cowboys basketball on B92.7 FM. Make sure to hear what the coaches have to say about it on the Coaches Show tomorrow.
Tonight's Breckenridge basketball game was brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Camp Construction, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, North Dakota State College of Science, Optimum Rehab, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Red River Agency, Red River Grain, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, and Twin Town Villa. Be sure to go to KBMWnews.com for a complete updated list of future broadcasts and video streams. And make sure to catch the Giants Sports Show every Saturday at 9 a.m. Thanks for listening.